Hey everyone, welcome to the 1730 Nation. I am your host tonight, DJ Ango. Tonight we have a special guest, Sean Patrick Moore. You know him as a great local comedian. We're going to talk about his starts and where he's going next. So stay tuned and enjoy.
The 1730 Nation media presentation you're about to see is a performance. Scientists have determined that the offensiveness of the content is most likely directly related to the blood alcohol concentration or level of impairment of each of your hosts. If you were to try to come in contact with your hosts in the real world, your experience would certainly be more subdued, probably more low-key, a little less intense, certainly less extreme, and less opinionated. Do not try this at home. The hosts of this production are skillfully trained performers. And remember, only the guests are real.
Whoa, welcome back. We have intros. Isn't that cool? I think so. Sean, I know you loved them, huh?
That was super neat.
I know, right? Everyone, welcome Sean Patrick Moore. Everyone, round of applause. Thank you for being here, sir.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, as I was saying a little bit in the brief intro, Sean here is eventually going to be leaving Wisconsin for good and heading for his dream in New York. So I just wanted to make sure we could try to get him on here so you guys could meet him before he leaves. Because you want to know him now, because then when you see him later, you're going to be like, fuck yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, it's going to be really good and whatever.
Gonna blow up in the Big Apple.
Nobody's going to give a shit about me in New York.
Period. I will.
Yeah,
no one in New York will, but
nobody in New York is going to give a shit that I'm there. It's delightful.
How many dead bodies do you think you're going to see on your first day?
Well, man, that's a weird question. Like counting the ones I bring?
No, because you'll already see them.
All right. I don't know. I've never.
I had a friend that went there for a wedding, and like he had to walk like 13 miles to his hotel because someone got messed up, and he saw a dead body on his way to the hotel.
Like on the sidewalk or what?
In like an alley.
They make you walk after that? I don't get it.
No, traffic was so bad.
Yeah, in New York, you just walk everywhere, man.
Yeah, because it would have taken him like an hour or two to get to his hotel, so he just walked it. And there was an alley, someone was holding a dead body crying, and he just was like, all right, so this is New York.
He just saw...
What?
He just saw the making of Batman.
Dude, sure enough.
God.
Watch out, New York. So, we know where you're going, but why don't we just talk about where you came from? Let's go back to your roots.
Well, I'm originally from Western New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then how did you get here in the first place?
Well, my parents met in the Marine Corps. My mom is from Wisconsin and my dad is from New York. And they had one of those get married out of the military, abusive, fucked up relationship.
Why don't you love those, huh?
And then call her quits. That's a good...
I mean, hey, at least you had a good start to your like biography movie when you make it big and they do the Sean Patrick Moore story. You got a solid start there.
Sure, yeah. My movie, yeah.
Yes. So military parents, and then so your mom was from Wisconsin. Did your dad come here with her? Like, was he stationed here?
No. We lived in New York until I was about 3 years old, and then my mom decided she didn't want to live in New York anymore, and she moved back, and my dad followed her, and then like it was a weird save the marriage thing that lasted for another 12 years.
I mean, they got some length out of it.
Yeah. It worked out, I guess, overall. 15 years is a good haul, I think.
Oh, yeah. How old were you then when it ended?
I was 12. So, yeah, it was only 9 years after they moved to Wisconsin. But they were together for 15. And, I was 12. And then I moved we moved to a town called Goodman up north Wisconsin, and then from there, I moved to Crandon, and like, yeah, it was beautiful. North Woods and stuff. Like you hear Crandon and you think fucked up shit.
Oh yeah, I know Crandon. So
and
yeah,
and it's accurate or whatever, but it's really pretty. And then
yeah, I made my way around Wisconsin too. I know some. I've seen some things. I wouldn't recommend him.
then I was gonna move back to New York, and I moved down here. Well, I just came down here to visit some friends, and I got a chick pregnant, so I've been here for a while.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just I'm sure just sort of hey, what's up, hello, and then all of a sudden like she hit you back like a little while ago. It's like, so
What are you talking about?
your pregnancy.
Oh,
The
no,
pregnancy.
I wasn't
Yours.
pregnant. We were good friends. I got her pregnant, and we tried to date, and didn't work out. She's married now, happy.
Oh.
Good guy. Everything's great.
Things are fine between you and them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a good relationship with your son. I know you have some good jokes about him too and stuff like that.
Yeah, he doesn't like all of them, but
That's fine. That's
whatever.
Fine. How do they feel about you going to New York?
They're very supportive.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. The
Like,
whole-
so then, your son just gonna be with them the full time and just call him from the road and.
Well, see, what I'm doing is I'm going to be living in a van, so
That is great.
I'll be able to come back whenever I need to, and
Oh yeah.
I'll have it set up where there's a bed and a hammock, so I can sleep in the hammock. You can stay in the bed when I visit.
Nice.
Yeah, steal them or whatever.
So
Take him on the road.
is it like a conversion van type thing where you got to like kind of you can have it all like made up?
I started with just a shit little shorty Dodge B150 van, 1989.
Okay.
And
Ursula.
Ursula. Very, very happy with it. I was planning this for about a year and a half. I got the van. I worked on it for a year with my buddy Mark Abel. Well, he did most of the work, but I spent a lot of money doing it. And I got the van all up and running, and I got into Satellite for the World Series of Comedy.
Which was in
Colorado Springs.
nice.
And I took my van out there and I lived in it for a week, and I didn't have a lot of problems. I had some steering problems and shit like that, but we figured that out real quick.
Who needs a steer?
Yeah. But got back, fixed up those problems, and new problems started. The zip tie that was holding the wiring harness up, like, disintegrated, and it fell on a belt, and the belt ate through the wiring harness.
Oh,
and
jeez.
melted a bunch of the wires together, shorted out the computer, a bunch of the relays.
Oh my God.
And it's an 89 Dodge. A lot of the parts were discontinued parts. Can't get them.
You got to get them out of another van, or if you can even find it.
Yeah. And I went to a couple junkyards, couldn't find a goddamn thing. So I bought a new van. I bought a 2002 Chevy Express, high top with a wheelchair lift in the back, full-on church van. My buddy Ben, I don't know if he's a minister or what he does.
Didn't you took all the wheelchair stuff out, right?
Are you talking to me? You look like you were looking over
Oh no,
there.
I was thinking about I thought you like had a picture or video on Facebook of like you took out all the wheelchairs.
Yeah, I took out all that shit.
Made more space for you. Yeah.
It's all for living now.
Imagine I'm talking to Nate. Like, Nate, you took all that wheelchair stuff out, right? Yeah.
It's got a really high top on it too. I can stand up inside of it. And,
Oh fuck yeah.
It's-
And I saw you put like you have like a stove or something, or like
Oh, I got it's
all set up.
It's completely off grid. I have solar panels on the roof. I have a 200 amp hour deep cycle battery in it. I have power inverters and all that shit. So it's just regular outlets in there. I got video games I can play. I got
What systems do you have?
I just have a Nintendo Switch.
Okay, I was gonna say if you what do you know?
It's mostly for my son. I don't even play video games.
Oh,
like
well,
I'll
with
play
that
Smash.
attitude, okay.
I play Smash Brothers with him, and that's about it.
That ain't bad at all. That's just good parenting.
But And I got a stove and a sink with running water. I got a 35-gallon water tank in there. And I got a pump so I can just suck water from the river to fill it up. And
Do you
I
need
got a
it?
fridge.
Do you need any of that purified then? Do you have that taken care of, or?
Well, if I were to drink it, I would just boil it, and then
Yeah.
I got a fridge. I can cool it, but
So as long as you're not worried about that, or you got it covered.
right, yeah. I'm not gonna be drinking straight river water. I'm not an idiot. Well, I am. I am.
I'm sure he can get some water off a tap somewhere before drinking like river
Yeah,
water.
that's very an option too, because it just hooks to a hose and I just fill it up, so I could just.
So, I mean, you've been planning this New York trip a year and a half or so. You've been talking to her, or
Well,
when you bought Ursula, or even.
Before I bought Ursula, the whole plan started with I have a CPAP machine that I need to sleep with, and I was talking to my buddy Mark.
Fun. Oh.
That's great. Fat smoker disease. I was talking to my buddy Mark, and I was trying to figure out how I would be able to put just a CPAP in my car, like. And he's like, "Well, you'd need this, this, and this." And I was like, "Fucking, there's not enough room for all that shit on
Yeah.
the car." And so we talked about vans, and then I got into watching the van dweller shit. And
What is that?
there's all kinds of van dweller shit, man. Like it's hot as fuck right
Like
now.
people
So
that
it's like,
just
it's like a whole movement where
they
people
take
just
one
live
of
out of
these
their vans. Yeah.
Like they just take these
Yeah.
vans and do what you just did.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
So this is a big thing.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard of people using what do they call it? Like a mini Winnie. Is that the same thing? Like a mini Winnebago?
Well, sure. I mean, there's Class C Winnebago or Class C
But
campers.
these
and it's
guys
just
usually just do
van-sized
what you did
campers.
more, so not that
Yeah.
that route.
Well, yeah, like it's a full-on camper. Like you could, I mean, I live in it. It's, well, right now I'm between vans. I was living in Ursula for a long time, and I had the electricity and all that shit set up in her. And right now we're moving over to Momo is my new van. Big.
Off of the scary meme.
Sure. And
I was gonna say when you first said Momo, my heart soared because I thought you were talking about the hero from the character from My Hero Academia, and then
I've never fucking heard of that.
that's what I thought. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was a fan, and then you showed the picture of the meme, the Momo meme, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
What's
Okay.
My Hero Academia?
It's this new anime, roughly about 2 years old now, where it's.
I'm sorry I asked.
No, yeah, no. I was gonna say I can go into great detail, or I could just show you my wallet. Boom! That's some of the
Anime.
characters.
All right.
Yeah.
I got friends that are into that and whatever.
It's pretty fun.
Adam, you fucking weeb.
Hey, dude, I was way I was like hardcore Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff back in the day. Yu Yu Hakusho, Pokemon Digimon, like all that jazz. And I thought like anime was dead, and then I started to watch like I watched My Hero Academia, and I was like, oh, there's actually good shit nowadays. And then Yuri on Ice. Oh, I'm actually wearing Yuri on Ice too. Fuck yeah! No, so anime is great.
Sure.
so you're.
I can't judge because I've never watched it because it looks so fucking stupid.
You can
so.
judge 100%.
Don't worry, Caleb's doing it.
Just one-dimensionally, man, that shit looks dumb.
Oh man, so good though.
No.
So off of me. Okay, so you're slowly moving everything into Momo.
Yeah.
Like you're taking piece by piece out of Ursula into Momo.
Right, yeah.
You don't need to make anything new now that it's bigger.
Well, no, I had to buy a lot of new shit to, because a lot of the stuff. I mean, it was all custom for this Dodge Shorty van, and
Yeah.
now I'm moving into this ginormous Chevy
Moving on
van.
up to
Like
the
a
deluxe
legit
apartment in the sky.
Cargo van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it was a church van. It was
Right.
a 15-passenger with a wheelchair lift van. Like,
Did you make
big.
room for a cross?
Well, there is a Jesus picture in there.
Did he take the wheel for you?
No, he's put up. No, it's not.
Important.
It's important to my friends John and Mark, who decided to put it up with 4 different screw heads.
Oh, so it's like locked in.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm
no.
not getting it out.
So they didn't have Matthew in there either.
I don't know why they would have Matthew.
Or Luke. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
There's like 12 of them cocksuckers.
Well, I'm saying now I'm quoting books of the Bible. Matthew,
Right,
Mark,
right.
Luke, and John. Acts, the letter to the Romans.
The four
First
Jesus
and Second
brothers. God.
Corinthians- no,
The 4 that wrote about
Four horsemen.
a zombie.
So like, So what is everything you're expanding on now?
Everything I'm expanding on?
Yeah, with the conversion to the bigger one.
Well, I was just sleeping in a hammock, and I'm going to say hammock and not hammock. You can kiss my dick. It's a hammock.
You could do it even if you if you think he's fine with it.
Yeah, either way. But I was living in a hammock for the last 4 months.
I remember on Facebook you did test runs of sleeping in a hammock.
Yeah.
How rough was that? Was it rough at first to convert to hammock?
No, it was awesome at first. After a couple of months, it started to wear on my hips a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But no, it was great. I slept better in my hammock than I ever did in my bed. But now I have a bed. I put a bed in my big van and.
What kind of mattress you got in there?
I don't know, fucking cheap foam.
Oh.
I got a purple mattress at home, bro. Recommend. It's pretty fucking good.
Purple?
Yeah.
Is that a brand name?
Yeah.
I had $2 to come down here with. I had to buy a new van and renovate it with the money that I was planning on living on, and also live on that money. So
how far is
I'm
this?
fucking poor. Like this.
Well, with that attitude, come on, get out there.
I'm a poor.
Get a
person.
job.
It's fine.
I'm
working this weekend, but it's Labor Day weekend, and everybody's going up north, and I'm working down here, so it's like...
Well, do you have a bartender job?
Yep.
Oh, well then, that sucks.
Yep.
You have bartended, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, I was a bartender for 15 years.
Well, dick.
Yeah.
So are you planning on doing that in New York to just kind of fill the time, or?
Well, I was going to look at all different kinds of jobs. I didn't really care. Once I get out there, I just want to get something where I can live.
Right.
I mean...
Have you, so where are you going to park your van? I'm sure have you mapped this out, or are you just going to try to get...
There's parking all over New York City, free parking and stuff like
so you
that.
can you can just park on the road and be like, this is where I live right now? Or do you
It's legal to live in your vehicle in New York City. And the parking laws are, every street's got the rules on parking posted on the street.
Easy to read signs and...
Yeah,
nice.
It's all...
For for the electricity that you have in there, do you eventually need to plug everything back in?
No.
He's got the solar panels.
That's right.
I have 150 watts of solar on the roof. I also have a smart battery isolator, and that charges the battery off the engine while I'm driving.
Kind of takes a little bit off the alternator.
No. It takes it right from the battery while it's running.
Okay. Well,
And
yeah.
then
So the
when
battery.
the battery drops, it shuts off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lets the battery get recharged.
That was all your friend's idea that was helping you with this?
Well, no.
I was going to say, he sounds like a scientific motherfucker.
Oh, he is. He's a brilliant guy. But a friend of mine, Mike, he's an engineer down in Oshkosh. Well, up in Oshkosh, I guess, from here. But,
Get it right. Come on. Our listeners know.
Dude, I appreciate the fix because it's one of my hugest pet peeves when someone says, I'm going to go up to Milwaukee. Bro. You don't understand.
But he's I don't even know what kind of engineer, but he suggested that, and he actually bought it for me. I had a bunch of people contribute to this because I was all like, "Fucking,
Shout
I'm
out
gonna
to
do
him.
it!" And I mean, yeah, I can't pronounce his last name.
Shout out to him though.
Mike, thanks. You're probably never gonna watch this, and I don't know how to say your last name. You told me, but it's fucked.
Is it like a Polish name?
I think it's Polish.
Was it long?
Those
It's
Polish
long.
people in Wisconsin, they got what is it, like a Polatsky, whatever.
Oh, God.
You know it's a Polish if it's got ski at the end or something like that. And
Yeah.
sometimes those things go off the grid.
It's
like
one of those ones where they say it and you say it back, and they're like, no, and they say it and then you say it back, and then they're like, no, and then you get it. But then you can't fucking tell nobody
it's like
else.
third time's a charm, but third time was too much for me.
Yeah.
I feel that. My one of my friends married a girl, and her dad was Polish, and I don't even think her mom took the dad's name just because of how fucking Polish it was. So she just kept hers or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I get that. So you have New York, and so are you planning on trying to? I'm guessing you're going to try to park near comedy clubs. I mean,
I'm just gonna park where the parking is in New York. I mean,
Yeah, he's got to go where it's free. Like to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've never been. I don't know anything about New York.
Oh.
Except for 9/11 happened there.
50 million
Got that.
tourists visit New York every year.
Yeah, my wife went there for Broadway.
Adam, let me put it this way: when you're walking around Times Square, it's like, or most of the central streets, it's like Wally Weekend.
TRL.
It's like Wally Weekend, 24 hours a day. People wise,
But like bigger, right? It's got to be bigger.
I mean density.
Bigger than
People,
Wally
like-
Weekend? A little bit.
Well, like
Yeah.
no, I'm saying like
Okay.
I'm just saying like
would
I'm saying
imagine.
like the people density on the street.
I don't go to Wall.
You've never been there. You don't know what
I
that
try
is
not
like.
to get out of my apartment.
You've been to the fair? Like, oh my god! But no, it's
Well,
like
not even fair.
it's high. It's just like high density.
I
all over the place.
I come here. That's about.
You can go to work. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I go to the grocery store. That's my thing.
I would have thought you'd been to
That's how
Wally
you
Weekend
interact
once.
with people? This is
I don't even interact with people.
7 people.
You right now, you guys are like my interaction for the week. Except for now I started school, so I have to talk to a teacher.
Just anime and dorks. All right.
Wow, Adam.
And video games.
Wow. Thanks for offering me a drink.
You want a White Claw, bro?
Not really.
Yeah, if you want a drink, message me before.
How
You
about
know
a
I'm gonna be here.
Pura Stillwater?
Oh my god.
We're fucking hardcore.
I mean
in
that's
this bit.
that's basically what a White Claw is. So.
No. No.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm saying
Whoa.
the water's much better.
No, if you ever want anything, you know I'm gonna be here.
I know. I had my coffee. He just reaches into a thing. It's cool, man. I don't even have to work tonight. I can actually drink.
Oh,
Yeah. Fuck you.
You should have said something. We could have possibly had a drunk Caleb.
This fucking weeb. All right.
Sorry. Just weebing it up over here. So,
There's enough lag in the like I'm watching the live on here.
yeah.
There's enough lag where I can make faces at the camera and then see how I look doing it. It's gonna be distracting the more I drink.
I mean, are you at least looking good?
Oh no, I'm not a good-looking person. That's fine.
I mean, I see you a little differently on this end of the table, sir.
You could fluff me up if you want to, but I'm not. I'm a realist.
Look at this guy. Is your phone on vibrate?
Probably.
Or is your phone on vibrate on the table here?
I'm watching a video.
Probably.
Nate! I'm gonna put your phone on the books then. That'll probably make less noise then. I don't know.
Although everything around me screaming otherwise. What?
So, not only are you comedian, but you got the pipes too to make it in New York.
Yeah, I'm a songbird.
So you ever thought about making an album?
Got a good
I'm bringing
recording
instruments with me too.
I got the facilities here.
Are you gonna try to incorporate that?
Yeah, I'll try and do some busking with my flute. And
Oh, really?
Is the flute of the skin nature?
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
played flute in high school.
Oh,
I mean, you might want to learn
what
the
kind?
skin nature.
The flute.
Just the okay. I don't know if you had like.
regular flute.
Not a piccolo?
Yeah,
I did
you know,
play.
I
I was like third chair, so I played piccolo sometimes. I mean,
Piccolo
It's
is
pretty-
the name of a Dragon Ball Z character.
Wow, you just ruined it forever for him. He used. I knew you were gonna go there, and I was really hoping you wouldn't.
Oh, I went there.
Goddamn.
like, how can you make playing a piccolo less respectable?
To be fair, a lot of characters in that
Make
show
an
were named
anime
after
out of
musical instruments. So
It's not it's not based off of it.
It's not based off of a piccolo.
Nate, you have your hand up. Do you need something? Why don't you come in here if you need to
No,
say
I was just saying, to be fair.
God damn
To be
it.
fair,
Do you
To
like
be
Letterkenny?
love Letterkenny.
Nate! We have a Letterkenny fan! I saw it on Hulu. I was like, it would always show me the trailer, and I was like, what are you? Like, I want you to be funny, but the trailer wouldn't show me anything. And like one night I said to Nate, I was like, I'm supposed to love this show. It's supposed to be really funny, but
Oh, that's a poppers.
yeah. So I was like, I just showed Nate. I was like, I'm supposed to like this show. I hear it's really funny and it's right up my alley. But I haven't
great.
watched it yet. And then Nate went home and he like stayed up way later than he should have, like, because he had to work the next day. And he just came up to me and he's like, "That's a really good fucking show." So it's on my things to watch list.
You haven't watched it yet?
I've watched 6 episodes while I was drinking, so I remember bits and pieces. My just the intro to the first episode alone, when he's making fun of the hockey kids. As soon as he said, "Yo, hold my spitter," right there, I fucking was like, yes, Because, oh, God, I went to, you know Medford, Wisconsin, where that is?
I know where it is.
Yeah, oh my God. There were so many kids in my classes that had spitters that hit me, like, right in the heart, and I was like, okay, this show is going to be fucking good. I just had to finish, King of the Hill, and I have to finish Full Metal Alchemist, and then I can start new shows.
I don't think you need to focus on Full Metal Alchemist.
He
Dude,
does
it's
definitely
so
does not
good.
need to focus on it.
It's so good, you
And
guys.
I mean, King of the Hill is good, but
See,
like,
I never watched it when I was a kid, and then I started watching it like a couple months ago, and I was like, "Holy fuck! I should have been watching this."
God damn it, Bobby!
Damn it, Bobby.
What'd I tell you about the propane?
So I need to finish those.
Bobby Hill is a paid comedic writer.
The voice actor of him?
No. In the
Oh yes,
show,
yes.
He wrote a joke for
I saw that
Yakov
episode.
Smirnoff.
Yep. Aww.
And they're related to Dusty Hill from ZZ Top. I love that fucking show.
Dude, nice. I'm on. I think I'm on season 6. Out of like, I think it's was it 9 or is it 11? Either way, I should never forget.
A lot.
No,
I was gonna let that one go, so
no.
it's too bad.
So, can you say how long do you think you've been doing stand up now? I want to say I was there for your first open mic.
A little over 7 years.
Yeah.
I started at Comedy Quarter in Neenah. They had, well, actually, I went to see Screech at Comedy Quarter.
Yes, Dustin Diamond, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
his name, yeah.
And it's for a friend of mine's birthday party, and the host said they do open mics there.
Do you remember who the host was?
Yeah, it was Chad Bonin.
Oh, Chad.
Yeah.
Oh God, I remember I had such a good burn on him one time. Because when I did,
He's burnable.
oh yeah, when I did open mics, if I got to go before people, I'd like to make fun of the people before me, and because so he had like was it liver issues or whatever, so he always had a cane with him.
Health issues.
Yeah, it was something like that. But yeah, he always had like kind of like shoulder length hair, and he's wearing sandals, and he compared himself to Jesus one night, and I like when I got up there, I was like, Chad, Jesus could walk on water. You can barely walk. So how dare you? And like everyone was like, oh, and I was like, I'm not worried about him running up on the stage and like attacking me for that. I'll just go off the other end. So, and it was Chad Bonin. That's actually a fit for Dustin Diamond.
It was, yeah, it was,
Do you remember the opener? Chad Bonin was host. Do you remember who was with him?
no. I think it was just opener than Dustin Diamond. I'm pretty sure it was just Chad then him.
Oh, wow.
Pretty sure it was just a two-man show.
Good for Chad then.
But also at the same time, I was ridiculously intoxicated. So, I don't know. But,
So you might have missed an act in between, possibly.
for sure, yeah.
Did you get to meet Dustin after?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I know sometimes they do meet and greets after and all that.
Yeah, it cost $20. I paid it.
Was it before or after the show?
After.
Oh, nice.
And I got a signed headshot, and then we did a shot together. It was right after that porn came out with his dick or whatever.
Yeah.
I never watched it yet.
Yet. It's on
Well,
my.
it's
It's on my
not
queue.
outside of the realm of possibility.
You just have to
that
finish
I
King of the
watch
Hill
it.
and Full Metal Alchemist first, and then you'll get to it.
Well, first, I'm probably never gonna watch Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, yeah, with that attitude,
Well, it just sounds ridiculous.
it's actually quite wonderful and amazing.
I think alchemy is ridiculous.
But it's so like I could explain it to you, but it would be pointless. It's just a really good show.
Adam.
Good.
You just gotta let it go, bro. Just gotta let it go.
Calm down, Elsa. So you heard there was open mics, and you decided to attack it.
Yeah.
How long did it take you after that to do the open mic? Was it like next week?
The next week I was there.
Did you-
And then,
The first time I went to an open mic, I just wanted to check it out. I didn't even go up there. Did you
no,
check it out, or are you just like good to go?
Okay, so like basically my whole life I wanted to do comedy,
Yeah.
and like I would write shit down and like
Oh, so you kind of had a bit of a
right.
start.
And years before that, I got a book, Stand Up Comedy, the book, and like I kind of wrote out a set a few times, and like I never performed any of that shit, but
Still haven't?
and I've tried some of it out, and so like a couple of the jokes from my very first set I'll still use sometimes because it still slaps. But
I remember the one joke I remember was your son is named Jameson.
yeah,
Because you
I
named
still
him
do that.
after... Oh, nice. Because you named him after what he was conceived on.
Yeah,
It was either that or futon.
right. Yeah.
Yes. I think... I know a friend of mine saw you... When you were at Skyline Comedy, were you open or like second to Theo Von?
Oh, I was the host for Theo Vaughn.
Host,
pretty
nice.
Sure. Pretty fucking sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Which is fucking amazing. Hosting for Theo Von, dude. Fucking nice.
Well, I mean, I've hosted for Doug Stanhope, Theo Vaughn, fucking TJ Miller,
TJ, fuck, dude.
Michael Palashak, fucking Daryl Lennox, Jason Mewes.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So how do you? How does that end up happening? Where you get to host like stuff like that? Like what
Well, they
transpired to kind of make that come together for you?
Okay, so for Doug Stanhope, I'm a super fangirl, like big time. Like I showed up
who'd
to
you
the
have
club
to suck?
early, and I was standing in the elevator like before the show,
Oh, yeah.
before they would let you into the club. I was like,
Right.
nope, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker in these doors. And the club owner saw me, and he's all like, "Hey, you're opening for Stanhope."
Oh, did he know you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
they do open mics
Well, they're not
there,
just
too.
gonna throw up some.
Right. That's why I was like,
rando
damn,
and-
son. Like,
So
you have done open mics there and stuff
yeah,
like that.
No, not Skyline didn't have open mics when I was starting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So did he know you from Comedy Quarter then?
No, actually, he came and saw me at a show ran by Tyler Sitar at Fox River House called Degenerate Mondays, and he saw me there. He had me come to a guest spot at Skyline, and then right after that guest spot, he asked me to host, and I hosted for. Fuck, I don't remember. That's something you should remember. The first person you hosted for at a club. But I don't.
I don't. I know I hosted one time, and I think I had 2 opening spots, and I can't like they all blend together, so I don't blame you at all. Especially for how long ago that was too.
That was 3 years ago.
Oh, at Skyline, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, you should remember.
Yeah, but I also drink a lot and don't care about things.
And I'm sure he's hosted so many times. It sounds like you've hosted a lot of times
Yeah.
in between there, so it all probably just kind of blends. Like, which one
Like-
was my first one?
And from that, there were always like fucking, oh my god, I can't believe I'm working with this fucking guy and shit like that. So,
So,
and I've headlined now, so
yeah, he even did his own headline at Skyline.
twice. I the first time I headlined was New Year's Eve weekend, and I sold out 3 shows, and it was the best weekend of my life, really. Like my last show, I got a standing ovation, and
Fuck, dude.
so yeah.
I'm kind of a big deal.
But no, I think things at Skyline really went well for me.
Clearly, that's fucking awesome to hear.
Yeah, and I'm really happy with everything that the old owner Cliff did for me, and then the new owners and stuff. They've really been supportive and
They
shit like that.
clearly seen the potential that you had, and they're like, well, we should not just let this go.
And they had a competition there.
Is it
and
the funniest person in the Fox Valley or something
yeah,
like
yeah. Last year,
that? Who won that one?
I won the first place in that, and that was neat.
It's kind of neat, you know.
It's pretty nice.
You know.
Don't mean to brag. Did you get a trophy, plaque, or anything?
Money. They gave me money.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Really,
like,
the
And
best.
actually, no.
I got it in a frame so I can break the glass if I really need it.
Hosting for Jason Mewes was part of that prize too.
Oh well then. How
Very
how
cool.
was
Very
he?
cool.
Well, I mean,
He's
he
like,
was-
is he completely sober now, or is
Yeah,
he,
yeah.
I was
Well,
gonna
I mean-
say.
he pounded like fucking 12 Red Bulls a day, but he's also like a full-time gamer now.
Does he have a Twitch channel?
I don't know what that means.
How do you spell his last name?
MEWES.
Twitch is where they play the games and you can watch.
Twitch
them
is the
play.
5th result when I type in Jason Mewes, so I would assume yes.
Oh,
Yep, he plays Fortnite.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
Does he? Well,
Why is that not a cool game?
no,
No, it's one of the most popular games on the planet right now.
yeah, but
Well,
everyone.
that would make fucking sense. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Exactly.
It's good. It's good call on him.
All right.
It's like when I play
But that's not like a cool game to like game nerds.
A lot
Like,
of
you guys
kids-
are
a lot
like,
of-
I want to watch anime.
A lot of I don't want to watch it.
That's what everyone's saying. Yes, you're right. No,
A lot of kids
because
play,
it's also
so
like it's free to
it's
I don't
play.
let I don't let my kid play.
it's got a bad stigma to it. That's
It's
just
free to
what I
play, and you can also do it on your phone and stuff. So kids are all over the place, and they do the dances for it. You want them to just break their necks, but what and
Oh, he does all the dances, but I don't let him play. I don't let him
break his
play any
neck. Just
games where you can actually kill people.
I'm
I feel
trying
like
to see if
that's-
he's live right now.
That would be wonderful. You set some boundaries with his gaming.
Well, I just don't think it's necessary at 9 for you to be able to.
Oh, I get that.
I mean, at like
Dude,
12, sure.
Yeah.
Go kill somebody. I
10
don't give
and
a
a
fuck, but.
I mean, when I was a kid, I was killing Goombas like a motherfucker. So I shot up
Right,
schools
Goombas
all the
are
time.
not people.
Oh, then
It's
never
very
mind.
easy to
I don't
separate.
I don't have a reason for shooting up schools.
In video games nowadays are so realistic. Like there's blood, and like I was big into Grand Theft Auto when I was like 19. I fucking played all day every day, just killing people. And
So how many schools have you shot up?
well,
It's hard to
I
remember.
can't really think of
after your first.
one.
Oh, we're going that route. Yeah, never mind
Right,
me
right.
either. Then.
I don't think video games are responsible for kids shooting up schools. That's not at all what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
But I just don't think it's necessary for a 9-year-old to
You need to
be
set.
comfortable calling somebody a cocksucker because he got shot in the face. I just
Oh
don't.
God, yeah. In the days that I played like Halo and Gears of War and Call of Duty online, like it's funny when someone's like, "Oh, you fucking," I was like, "Are you fucking like?" How old? Where are your parents? No, but then when I worked at Walmart too, father was gonna buy like a Ninja Gaiden game for his kid, which I mean it's not like it's all
It's more anime shit, isn't it?
Ninja Gaiden.
Oh,
Or Gaiden
oh,
or
Ninja
whatever.
Gaiden, okay.
Yeah, whatever, however it's truly pronounced.
More
But
Japanese shit.
but it's just like it's you
Well,
just
Nintendo.
no it's for like present day, or it was present day at the time. But but it's just like slicing and dicing and killing everything
It's
you
the hack
want,
and
and it's
slash.
rated M for mature. And my dad was buying this game for his kid, and I was just like, this is rated M for mature, not M for male. Like, you don't need to buy this for your son. And he's like, no, that's okay. And I'm like, are you sure? Because trust me, I'm aware this game is, I mean, it's not people on people, it's a ninja on demons, like, but it's still extremely violent. Like, I just wanted to get it through the guy, and he's like, nah, it's okay, he plays it at his friend's house. And I just was like, do you want to try to get your son new friends?
So you're basically parenting for some stranger in the store.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. No, I had some customers though that like really would appreciate that, because like when it comes to like video games, I know my shit about the dicks and stuff, so I like get to like tell them, and like, you know, they'd be like, well, I want this for my family, or this is just for my son, so I'd be able to guide them to the right things. I just thought it was weird that a father was buying this for like just a little ass kid, and I was like, are you really sure? So I get that.
Right, like that kind of shit I think contributes to violence, but probably not school shootings. Who knows?
No. I mean, someday they will have the studies. But let's get back to your comedy.
All right.
Oh, right there. So when you first started the open mics back at the Comedy Quarter, did you ever host or do a like a first up sort of thing?
No, Comedy Quarter wouldn't pay you.
Yeah, no, they did not.
That was just a whatever gift certificate.
Yeah, I think it was
kind
like
of fucking
$25 or something like that.
thing. Right. So I never took off work to do it.
Oh, yeah, if you're bartending, then yeah,
I
sure,
work
that makes
weekends,
total sense.
so- But I got to do a guest spot on a Thursday night for Grandma Lee. She took second.
Oh, was it America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Or was it Last Comic Standing?
No, it was America's Got Talent.
Yeah, I remember that. Nice.
Yeah, and
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that was neat. I never worked with any names at Comedy Quarter. but I just wouldn't work for.
Gift
No
certificate.
money, yeah.
No, that's makes total sense. Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed going there.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you got to learn and got to craft your sets out.
I mean, remember they used to do that once a month open mic competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won my first one. Like the first month I did stand up, I took first place. And
Nice.
I was like, fucking, I'm on my way, buddy. Fucking, I'm gonna be famous in no goddamn time.
And look at
me now.
You
Fucking,
nailed it.
I'm on
Nailed it.
1730 Nate.
Nation, you're not on 1730 Nate. You're on 1730
Oh, that's the
Nation.
okay. 1730 Nate is the guy.
Yes.
1730 Nation.
1730 Nation is whatever this is, but it's not a podcast. It's
Oh,
just
Facebook
It's
live
a
show.
It's a podcast.
It's a
For all intents and purposes, it's a podcast.
sure.
okay. It's a podcast, kinda, and look at me now, Ma.
Nailed it.
Huh?
So like,
Who's an idiot for not doing their homework now?
who's laughing now, Mom? Yeah, like I went and checked it out for the first open mic and all that, and
Yeah, I should have another one.
okay,
Starting to feel better about myself.
that could only help. And then so I went back the next week, and they were having like a qualification for the tournament, and I had no clue. But my first night there, I qualified for it, and then when it happened, I took third.
Right on. That's still $50. It was 200, 150 for the first couple years, or first couple
Yeah,
whatevers.
I mean,
I won first place like 3 times, and then
Oh, well,
they
diss.
switched. They switched to gift cards, and then
Then it wasn't worth it anymore.
well, I still
Sean
won a
Patrick Moore.
couple more, but
Oh.
whatever. A gift card for a place that sells alcohol is kind of money.
yeah,
Not worth taking off work for, but it was on Monday nights.
yeah. The open mics were Monday nights. Yeah. So after like when they shut down, did you go straight to Skyline then, or I
No.
know you said you did the
I-
shows before.
I like kind of quit for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Like I did a few bar gigs, and like Tyler Sitar would set up open mics, or
Mhm.
Crane's Butter had a few, and I would do random
Oh,
shows
yeah, I think
here and there. But
I think Crane's Butters. You can check him out. I think he is trying. I'm talking to the camera now, to the rent, so you know.
Okay.
Crane's Butters. I believe he's trying to just start setting up more shows now. It's a comedian. Is he in the Oshkosh or is he in the Fox? Or at least
He's
Fox
in the
Valley.
Fox Valley. He
Yeah,
lives-
Fox Valley area.
I don't think he would want. He's his name's not Crane's Butter.
But that's, I think it's Crane's Butter Presents is his like
Yeah.
paid show or whatever. So you
Yeah,
can look into.
he's got a few shows he sets up all around the place, it's fine. Oh, he's got some good ones. Mustangs down in South Beloit, Illinois, and Ehlert's Tea Box.
All the way
and-
down to Illinois, huh?
Yeah, and he does. I don't know if it's bi-weekly or whatever at camps and combined locks. Yeah, a little showcase. It's
Did
pretty
you-
neat.
So you did those, and then when you did your friends, that the Skyline guy was there, they kind of hooked you up and set you up, or was it how long was the either doing random gigs to the one that got you
Oh.
Skyline?
Okay, so the show that I got seen at Fox River House was a 420 show. And I actually contacted Tyler Sitar, and I was like, hey man, I've been working on this new shit. I'd like to get on stage. And he's all like, yeah, fuck yeah, for sure. And that show just went fucking crazy good.
Oh, fuck. Nice.
And then
Was that where the...
that's where the owner of Skyline saw me.
Nice.
And so he put me on to do a guest spot, and then it just snowballed.
Kept the
kinda.
ball rolling, yeah.
3 years, and I was headlining.
Fuck yeah.
Well, 2 years, and I was headlining.
There you go.
And I mean, it's like, you can always ask your friends to come out, but at that point, you got some local support from people you didn't even know.
Oh yeah, fucking sold it out. That's just
Fucking awesome.
yeah.
So what what kind of stuff do you like to focus on in your set? How much material do you have? Like how many minutes would you say?
I have an hour.
Okay.
I did an hour. I'm headlining a show up in Marquette on September 10th at the Ore Dock for the Breakwall comedy series.
Okay.
And this is my second year in a row headlining the opening show of that series.
Very nice. Say like what kind of stuff do you focus on, or is it kind of just bounce around? Do you do you focus on like life stories,
Yeah,
or do
it's
you
all life stories.
Okay,
Stories about my kid and shit like that.
right on.
No, is it life stories?
Keeps it relatable.
You can always because no one actually knows. Do you ever embellish or? Is
Oh
it,
yeah, constantly.
I was gonna
Fuck
say.
yeah.
So
Like,
you got to do it. Like
Yeah.
you got to set up and really slam it hard.
A lot of my shit is centered around acting like I don't give a shit about my kid.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking. I want to know like where are we kind of coming from?
All right, like a lot of my writing style is writing how I think it would be fucking crazy to think.
Okay, right.
So like I one of my favorite jokes I write is about how my son was born premature. He was born 3 months premature.
Right.
It was terrifying. He was 2 pounds 15 ounces. He was yellow from jaundice.
Mm.
He had tubes coming out of his mouth and nose for feeding, and it was just horribly terrifying. But he was a fighter and he pulled through. And he's 9 years old. And I got to tell you, he's nothing special.
I knew you were setting me up for one. That's good.
That's my.
I like it. Okay. Very good.
At first, I thought you were gonna say he was like 3 months premature, which is fitting because so was I. During.
No, actually, the whole reason. Like, I don't know if I should talk about that.
I mean, you don't. Yeah, you don't have
But I'm
to.
gonna. Like, the whole reason why he was born was because I couldn't come from a blowjob, really. Is the whole. I shouldn't fucking say that. I shouldn't have said that.
Well, you heard it here first, people.
No, I'm just curious. Is that like a bit from your show, or is that just off the cuff right now? Okay. Yeah.
That's
No, I
just
don't
the
say that
spring
on
water
stage.
flowing, bro.
That sounded like a bit, but I believe that it was.
Ja definitely.
Juffield.
I feel bad about that now.
Can't take it back now. Everyone's watching.
All 5. Let's see.
All
Mine
5.
counts as 1. You're not watching it no more, are you?
I don't know. My phone's off on the floor.
This is really something.
Oh, just you wait. It's gonna get out to like the New York Times, and then when you get out there,
I've been watching, or I
I'll be
looked
ready for
at.
you.
I'm not gonna lie and say I've been watching your videos, but I looked at
you're fine.
some of your videos and they said the last few of them had like almost 900 views and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
A lot of that's after the video.
Oh yeah,
Right.
taped,
yeah. It comes after, I'm guessing. But
Yeah, we don't get a ton live with us, but there's some. But then a lot of it's residual afterwards.
Sweet. I actually once they have
The one
them,
with Adam's almost like a cool K.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Way to go, Adam. Sweet deal. Thanks for coming on. Well,
I don't have high hopes.
I knew you barely knew how to share the video. I guess you.
I'm not a technology guy, and
So-
I don't watch podcasts or listen.
Well,
to
yeah,
nothing.
you don't
It's
have
just
to
not
be on one. I'm an example of that.
I like to listen to music all day, and
But
That's what I feel. That's my soul. You better stop.
Sorry, it's from 21 Jump Street. I have to quote it.
I know. I understand.
I have to quote it.
I have to anytime.
All right.
Do you feel like though once you go to New York, you're kind of on your own? You might
A full ass on my own, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to probably step your game up on on Facebook and shit to
No, I'm not. That's
if you start to do comedy clubs there, you might want to.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll just tell them where I'm going, but I'm not gonna get famous because I flipped a bottle or ate a jar
You
of
never
jelly
know.
beans. It's not
What if you flipped a bottle and a dead guy in an alley?
Look, I don't give a fuck if I'm ever famous. I don't give a fuck if I'm ever rich. I don't give a fuck at all. I give a fuck if I'm respected in the comedy community, and I give a
So
fuck.
there you go. That's it.
So you care. Excuse me. you care about talking to the people in the clubs and making sure that you're making good relationships with other, the comics and the owners and stuff
just
like
as
that.
long as
For sure, I want to make
That's your focus. You don't really care about what's going on social media that much.
if people in New York,
so-
if people in
That's
New York,
what I'm saying. Like that's where the
if
focus
people in
lies.
New York are like, oh yeah, Sean Patrick Moore, funny shit. That's what you want.
Yeah, like I want to die where people don't go around saying he got famous because he ate a Sharpie. I don't give a fuck.
But that would be pretty funny if you did.
I just think Adam's saying just you want to try and just build the audience out as you're going. It doesn't have to be super active, but just learn a couple of the things so you can
That's what, yeah,
keep
especially
it-
if
so you
you're
can at
in
least keep engaged with
if
the
you're
audience.
in a new area too, it could only help. I
Yeah.
would assume.
Right. Well, I'm going to the World Series of Comedy main event in St. Louis because taking third in that competition in
Colorado
Colorado. Yeah, that got me into the top 101 for the World Series of Comedy.
Fuck, nice.
Oh yeah, brother.
And that's gonna be a whole week of seminars and like how to brand yourself and how to contact bookers and shit like that.
Take notes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be
If
a
you're
lot
in
of
St.
lot
Louis,
of invaluable
Check out
information.
the Spaghetti Factory, bro.
I'm poor.
Well, Dix, check out that fucking arch thing.
I'm definitely gonna see a lot of free things in St. Louis.
That's great.
That's right after I storm Area 51. That's
So what is your opinion on that? We took bets. Oh well, shit. There's a fucking weird picture up there. But
There is a very. I was gonna ask you about that, but I don't want it to be.
Did you hear the story about how BJ printed that off and put it on Mitch's car?
No.
And he never found it. That's a magnet. But because there's two other co-owners of the studio here.
all right.
Well, yeah, the one guy was pranking the other one by printing that off, put it on like as a bumper sticker or whatever. He put it on his car. He never found it. And then last night when BJ went out to his car,
You should probably
he
take
found it on his car, so we know Mitch found it and put it back on his car.
You should probably
So
take
we don't
a
know what
picture
happened.
of that and make sure that people in the chat know what we're talking about.
No, never.
Oh,
but
are you sure? Because
underneath that, we took last night on the podcast for Weekend of Adrenaline. We took bets on how many people we all thought would show up to the thing.
I'm bringing a van.
You're going?
Yep, September 20th.
Nah, you're fucking with us.
I'm going.
You're going.
I'm going.
Okay, so that BJ and Mitch were both like 200 people. I said 1,000 plus.
there's
I think I'm correct.
no, there's hotels that are already sold out.
Yeah. See,
It's
I
fucking happening,
I
Bob.
knew I was taking.
We're storming Area 51. It's fucking going.
But
We're getting in that bitch. We're clapping alien cheeks. We're getting it all done.
Yes. See, it's actually, if you are doing it, which I don't know if you're serious or not, but I hope you are, it's going to be an amazing story for a set later. For sure. It's going to be so good.
Like, I'm headlining Ordoc September 10th. I have a wedding September 14th. Fucking Area 51.
That's so awesome.
And then everything else after that is 2BD.
Well, then
TBD.
September 23rd through the 28th, and then St. Louis for the World Series.
Hopefully.
Oh, wow, that works out so well.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Holy shit.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be like frontline guy. I'm not gonna be like fucking. I'm not the one crashing the
I was
fucking
gonna say,
gate. Like,
Your van is going into the wall.
no, that's
Just fucking right in there.
But my prediction for that whole thing is it just turns into like a yearly event. Like how Roswell has
Oh,
like
God,
their stuff. It's just going to become like a music festival, and then
I wanted
that's going
to
be it.
I wanted to tweet out like
you want to be one of the first. You
Yeah.
want to be.
I wanted to tweet out like, dude, Area 51 con this year looks so sweet with all the celebrities they have. Like, where do I sign up?
Like honestly,
how much for meet and greets?
The government would be smart to just like set up stuff to like sell to people.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like they should just merchandise it
the
and be like,
government
you're
has
not.
already moved everything out of Area 51.
Yeah, like no one, like they should
You
should
guys are
literally,
wrong. You're wrong. They don't think we're gonna do it.
no, they should literally just make it like in preparation. They should like be like, okay, the tours are going at this time.
They get a fucking taco stand.
Yeah, like
I'll be so fucking mad.
Oh, prepare to be mad.
The government should totally merchandise it, set up tours and stuff, and be like, you can come take a look at what we're doing in here. You got to sign NDAs. If you break it, we fucking kill your family.
It's like, this is the room we play solitaire in.
Or you just charge them a shit ton of money and then you move everything out. So all you're seeing is a bunch of people
No, I feel like
working on blueprints and on computers, just calling drone strikes in on the continental
I
United
just
States.
feel like they've had so much time to evacuate everything that, like, if people decide to raid it,
They're not going to evacuate anything. If people raid it, they're
No,
probably going to
fuck it.
call in the fucking drones.
They've had
There's
enough-
minefields around Area 51. There's gates. There's
Yeah.
kill on site orders.
They're literally going
for
to
the
just
guards.
bring out, like, they're going to bring out, like, a death squad with sniper rifles. They're just going to start picking people off.
How do you know
I'm
there's...
just gonna be sitting on the top of my fucking van drinking beers or pure still waters,
Staying hydrated.
watching motherfuckers
Sure.
get picked off. That's
I just feel like maybe if everyone's worried about Area 51, they should maybe be worried about Area 52.
I also think there's going to be more media there than actual people. Like, coverage,
well, they
like
still
media
count as
coverage.
People, though,
Well, you know
so
what I mean,
You're
like-
gonna win the bet.
Oh, I guarantee I'm winning the bet. Although our guest picked 2,000, so I was like, wow, you fucking Price is Right at me.
Yeah.
Price is Right at me.
You said 1,000, like 1,001, Bob.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
What a twat.
I would guess 5,000.
Well, they were at 200, so I'm like, oh, I'll just go 1,000 plus. You know, like 1,000 up. I get all of it.
Oh, yeah. What do they get at Coachella?
It's probably, it's going to turn into something like that. It's just going to become like an EDM music festival.
Instead of
I hope not EDM. Like,
Raid Area 51.
Unfortunately, that's the big thing
Next
now.
year it's gonna be
there's
Rave
still, like,
Area.
Well,
51.
bluegrass festivals.
There's still regular festivals, but like, you're
I'm
think
gonna
about
bring
it.
my flute.
You're out at Area 51. You're in the desert with the aliens. You want to do some acid?
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kayla, instead of this year's Raid Area 51, next year's Rave Area 51.
Oh my god.
Saying, like, I have great ideas. That's one of them. Throwing it out there.
That's fantastic.
U.S. government, take it if you want it. Free of charge, this one. Area 52, I'm gonna charge it though. That's a fucking solid idea. And we'll raid them next year.
Just rate them next year. Oh,
So,
boy.
after you raid Area 51, hopefully you survive. And then you move on to St. Louis.
Right. Then after St. Louis,
I will say, if your idea is to sit on top of your van, play a flute and drink some beer, you do leave yourself very vulnerable to sniper shots on top of your van.
I don't think any sniper.
Why
is
are
going
you
after
talking
them.
like you're in the fucking Italian mafia?
Oh, sometimes I switch accents. I apologize.
All right.
Especially when I'm drinking. All the time. I apologize.
All right.
You leave
It's
yourself
just
pretty vulnerable.
a little racist. I just
I'm not. We'll see what happens.
pretty vulnerable.
You might be on top of a van next time you're
I
on
don't-
the ground.
I don't think they're going to be targeting someone drinking, what is that, mineral water? Like,
No, but
They're gonna see me.
But if
just
you look,
fucking-
like, maybe there's someone's like, it's their first day, and everyone's like running, and they can't hit them, but there's that one guy just
Oh,
sitting
he's
still,
just sitting
and
there.
he's like, fuck it, I'll take that guy.
I'll take a pot shot here.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
big too.
Eyes looking dry,
Yeah.
looking for an easy target. Blink-182 called it. Called your death.
Wow, bro.
That's deep, DJ Angle.
Stop.
So you're hoping to survive to go to St. Louis.
Right. And then after St. Louis, I have another show in Wisconsin.
Oh, coming back.
Yeah.
Where at?
Sheboygan Falls, Odyssey Fun Center, Bowling Alley. I'm going to be co-headlining with Rob Brackenridge, pretty sure. Didn't really hammer out all the details yet, but that's as far as I know.
What? He's at Skyline soon, right? That name sounds familiar.
He was just at Skyline.
Okay, yeah, I remember hearing that name.
Yeah, he's great. He's been a comedian for 30 years. He lived out in LA for a long time. Really great guy. Fucking
Is that the dream? Would you like to go to LA eventually? Like after New York, would you like to go to LA?
I wouldn't be opposed to going to LA, but living in your vehicle in LA is problematic.
Oh, is it illegal there?
It's illegal to live in your vehicle inside the city limits.
Ah.
There are a lot of parking restrictions for oversized vehicles.
And there's a lot of homeless people in tents and stuff. I would
a
be
lot of
worried.
tent cities and shit like that, yeah.
I would be scared. Even if I had an apartment, I'd be scared.
Well,
Well-
there's a lot of homelessness in New York City, too, but...
But they
to
make
be
it.
fair-
It seems it's easier to just live in your vehicle.
Yeah.
In New York City.
I was gonna say, to be fair, I
To be fair.
yeah, I go to Chicago because I don't get out a lot.
Chicago.
When I go to Chicago and shit like that, you know, anytime I pass under a bridge and I see like a bunch of tents, I'm like, oh god, we're in a bad
Is
part.
this Marky Mark? Why is a Bostonite talking about Chicago?
Well, sometimes Boston people go to Chicago, but you don't
Oh
even
my-
fucking know. Sometimes I travel. No, but like I went to a Chicago bar for I went to Chicago bar for a SpongeBob theme night.
All right.
No, but oh yeah, I actually did. Yeah, I did like a
Like I would absolutely go to that, but like I went to Chicago for a SpongeBob theme
yes.
night. Man, I don't have the money for that.
Oh, sorry. No, but this bar was doing a SpongeBob pop-up bar, and I went there, and then I didn't realize that. Oh no, when we were going there, some like chick like right in front of us, in front of our car. In front of a car? So, like, fucking, like, bolted in front of a bike and shit, you know? No, but then, like, so I was like, she just came from there. And then I looked, it was that dark bridge, and I saw, like, 5 tents, and I was like, oh, we're in this part of town. Because I'm so, like, white from Fond du Lac that I'm just like, oh, I should be scared now.
Yeah, like, our homeless problem is, like, fed by a church. You know, like...
There is a homeless problem.
Oh, yeah, there is.
I mean, you can relate. No. You have a good homeless situation, at least.
I do. I planned on being homeless, and it's gone worse than expected.
That's well. I mean, it is a little bit of your fault for buying the old ass van, but
Listen
you've
here,
upgraded
kiss
greatly.
my dick. All right.
No,
First of all,
it seemed great. I was
it
jealous.
It got me to Colorado and back. I drove it
And then
as my daily driver for over a year.
technically it got you to Colorado and back, and then it got you to St. Louis because you won.
You're right. It
Yeah,
didn't
so-
drive me to St. Louis.
No, not yet. Or
But
not
it
at all.
got me to Slinger.
Boom.
Hot dog.
That's where she died.
Oh, where were you? Was that you were going to start going to New York?
Yeah, I was on my way.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were you
wow.
were done with Wisconsin, going
Yeah.
to New York, and then they were like, ooh,
It was like
no.
fucking, this is it.
Damn.
Like, there's these next 3 days on the road, go and see my family and shit like that, and then fucking in New York City, and then find a job and be set. And then my van died, and I had to buy a new van, and everything went to shit, and now, like, wow, it's, like, lately it just feels like, you're making such a bad idea. You're making a mistake. You're going to fucking fail, and everybody's going to laugh at you and call you a fat piece of shit. But that's...
They're already doing that anyway. I'm just kidding.
A lot of them are. And, you know? They're right. But I'm still doing it.
I mean, like, if you're in that position, like, that's the thing. Everyone else, like, even me included, like, hell, I would love to do that. I would love to just give up everything and try to be a writer or a comedian, an actor. I would love to do that with my life. But I live in a world of fear.
Yeah.
You have an option to get out of here, and everyone in your life is okay with that. You
Yeah,
have the green light,
it's
and you're ready
ridiculous
to
how
go.
much support I have.
We owe.
Everyone gets to live vicariously through you. Honestly,
you
that's
have
a
the
big.
chance.
That's a big
It'd be
reason.
stupid not to take it.
Yeah.
With everyone on your side and friends helping you out with the truck and the van or all that jazz, like, you have every right to just be like, fuck everyone and do it.
Well, I'm not going to fuck everyone.
Well, wait till you get to New York. You might have to.
I'll do what I have to.
Oh, yeah. But you were talking about going to New York, getting a job.
Yeah.
So you do, like, are you going to try to bartend?
I'm not. Well, maybe bartend, maybe sweep floors, maybe stock shelves, maybe...
So whatever comes your way.
Right, yeah.
Come what may, just fucking do what you got to do.
Whatever you got to do to make it happen. Like, my goal is, like, I'm going to spend 5 years in New York City.
At least.
At least. Well, no, max. 5 years in New York City.
Why max?
Living in New York City. Like, I don't know, it's something tangible where I can say, look, this is my timeline on what I have to accomplish. And it's again, it's not about fame. It's not about money. Dude fell asleep. That's fucking.
You would.
13-0 Nate fell asleep on this podcast.
I took him to a wrestling event.
See Narco.
Oh, no, he's back.
Oh, he's back. I threw the pencil.
I took him to a wrestling event, and the crowd chanted, "Wake the fuck up." And he still didn't wake up.
Are you narcoleptic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are
You sure? You fell asleep at a wrestling event? I don't know.
It was so good because, like, I was in the match. Everyone around us was.
What?
And then
Oh,
some.
never
No,
mind.
not in the match. I mean, I was
whoa,
into it.
What the fuck?
And then all of a sudden, some random people around us just started chanting, "Wake the fuck up!" And I was like, "Yeah, what's going?" And then I was like, "Are you?"
I had a long day, and I'm not as big a wrestling fan as Adam is.
He did drink a monster when he got there.
That's amazing. Oh, good shit. Good shit.
There's 16 comments?
Yeah, bro.
Wait, why, Nate? Are you? I thought you were reading the comments, aren't you?
He fell the fuck asleep.
He's in the chat. He's talking to him.
Oh,
I,
Nate, you can come in the folding chair in the room and read the comments out loud if you want. If they're like directed towards us.
No, that's just kind of.
Oh, like they're all like Ja Field. Yeah, Ja definitely Field.
Yeah, like Adam. He's in the chat. He's like, the magnet. No.
I'm gonna get rid of this
yeah,
tablet.
he knows the story.
What?
I'm gonna get rid of this tablet. It's junk.
Well, with that attitude, it's junk.
Turn into a crypto miner.
But Nate, we do have a folding chair in here if you want to come hang out with us. I mean, if you want. Sean's telling some pretty compelling stories.
Yeah, obviously. Nobody's falling asleep at all.
So, so Sean, do you have like a set of
Surprised
kind of?
nobody made a joke about living in a van down by the river.
I was gonna,
Hey, that's low hanging fruit. But
My nickname in high school was Farley. Like, everybody called me Farley. Like, it
Did
was,
you have
It
this?
was in my middle school yearbook, Sean Farley Moore.
wow.
But did you have this fucking mane you got?
No, I didn't have a beard. Farley didn't have a beard neither.
That's what I'm saying. Now
Right,
you
right,
couldn't.
Yeah, now I'm not Farley.
Yeah.
Now my most commonly used nickname is Burnt Chili.
I have two for you.
Oh, yeah?
I would call you Sean Patrick Flannery, only because I love him dearly. He's one of the Boondock Saints. But otherwise, I would.
Such a fucking nerd, dude.
Boondock Saints is. It's not
Like,
an anime.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
but,
it's fucking
it's definitely...
Two good movies. How dare you?
Wow. See, that's why you're a nerd.
Sometimes I get pretty intense, and
All
I'm
right.
cutting down. Otherwise, sorry. Sometimes I smoke a lot too,
All right.
and I just need to breathe it in. Otherwise, I was gonna call you Sean Patrick. Keep the audience wanting more. Yeah, that one's for free. That one's for free.
Well, thank God, 'cause I still want to return it.
I'll put it back in my pocket and mail it to you later in New York when you're desperate.
Also, like, I've had so many nicknames throughout my life, but Farley was a big one.
I mean, with your attitude, you like fed off of it, I'm guessing, in high school, or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
oh,
even
yeah.
the teachers called me Farley. Like,
Oh,
to the
dicks.
point
Well, then, yeah.
Sorry. No, it was neat. My bus driver called me Farley. Like, I don't know. It was like neat.
As some would say.
It made me feel kind of famous.
Did that, like, were you always, like, the class clown, or did the nickname, like, kind of push you towards that?
No, I was always funny. Like,
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, think highly of yourself, sure. Always funny. Sure, whatever.
no, for real. Like, anybody that ever knew me said, like, there's 3 things you could say about Sean. He's funny, and funny. Because that's...
And now, Harry, so.
Well, ridiculously hairy now. What? I'm really glad nobody's watching.
Does the carpet match his drapes? Or, I mean, not that
Kinda.
carpet, that one.
Right, yeah, kinda, yeah. Yeah,
was gonna
like,
say.
I got red hue in my pubes.
Oh,
That's...
I wish I had gray.
Sean Firecrotch Moore.
Get it.
That's neat.
That's neat.
So in New York, do you have like some clubs kind of pegged out that you were planning on
Yeah.
hitting up? Like some kind of,
No, I'm not gonna be getting in any clubs anytime
well, like,
soon.
like
Why
open
not?
mics and stuff
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
Right,
Yeah.
open mics for sure.
But I guess that's what
Yeah,
I meant.
that- yeah.
Like, you have the kind of places you're thinking
Yeah,
you're going to go right away?
Actually, like, all open mics in New York City are bucket list sets, unless you have a name. So like you put your name.
they pick the people. Okay, yeah. You can't just
really?
Yeah, you don't sign up by putting your name in the bucket.
Yeah,
Is that because they have so many people?
So many. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's so competitive. But I know some comics out there, and
So all you got to do is make some connections, and they help you get going.
At the same time, I mean, like, you got into Skyline because the host went to this one random show. I mean, maybe you can get a one random poll.
Right. The point of New York for me is to get better at comedy.
Yeah.
So like just to get better all around at every aspect of comedy, showing up to open mics, fucking working harder, writing more. It's
Really getting into the nitty-gritty of
right.
it.
It's such a competitive city that you have to.
You want to elevate to that level.
Yeah, I'm a hack. I live in Midwest Wisconsin.
So, I have to ask: are you gonna go to New York and be like, so my grandpa was all in his Wisconsin accent? And it was like, hey, like, you know, are you gonna try to do Wisconsin accents when you're in New York?
No, I'm gonna talk, and that's
Okay, no,
fucking
I
Wisconsin accent.
Like, I went to comedy club on Stage Street, and there was this guy. He was hosting, and it was his last time hosting until he moved to like Texas. And so he was hosting, and he did his bit, and his opening act was him talking about his like uncle, and his uncle was like giving him jokes, and so he was like making fun of it. But his whole thing was that he did a Wisconsin accent, and I'm just like, okay, so are you going to go to Texas and just be like, hey, I'm the funny guy that does a Wisconsin accent because I'm not from here.
That's why he's doing comedy in Wisconsin, not
well,
New
now
York
he's
or
in
something.
Texas.
Well, it's Texas.
There are comics that do well with that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, but like, I wouldn't peg you for that.
Maybe
I don't do that.
I feel like trying to do a Wisconsin accent, especially when you're in Wisconsin, like I feel like that's kind of like trying to like get a cheap pop.
Well, yeah, I'll say it's not even.
They call it in wrestling. It's a cheap pop.
In Wisconsin, you're doing the Yooper accent.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people outside Wisconsin, who knows what a Yooper is?
Oh no, that's what people outside of Wisconsin think that we do.
Kinda.
There's movies off of that.
When I went to New York when I was younger, we got called Canadian because that's what they thought we sounded like.
Oh no, and if you're smart and you're touring, you say you're Canadian because everyone hates us.
People love Canada.
People
But then
hate us.
People hate people from the USA.
Yeah, Americans.
So yeah,
They like you if you're from Canada.
No, I'm saying if you go out of the country, if they're like, oh, you sound Canadian, you'd be like, oh yeah, because I am Canadian, you know? So that's why I sound like that. Like I haven't heard you ever doing what?
Hater.
Yeah,
Whatever.
No, I don't do any accent jokes. Or
Can you do impressions? I've never heard you do one.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've never tried.
You never even tried? Like
I think his.
Ow!
It seems like.
well, next joke.
It seems like his stuff is pretty good enough on its own.
Just you being you.
Since he's winning, he's placing at these big competitions, headlining.
Yeah, like you don't even need to
pretty
try.
sure he's
try. I mean,
oh
try.
no, I'm just saying his regular stuff's standing up pretty well on its own.
Yeah.
Look, the talent behind doing accents is important, or the talent behind doing impersonations is important.
Frank Caliendo owns that.
Sure, but Jim Carrey was a fucking genius at it, and that's really what launched him.
Yeah.
And if you disrespect Jim Carrey, you can just get out.
Oh no, yeah. There's the door, Caleb. I don't know. You've been making fun of me all night.
I love Ace Ventura.
and
no, I like Jim Carrey a lot, actually.
man, Ace Ventura was like what made me decide that I wanted to be a funny person.
Dude, that movie is so good.
I loved this.
But Eddie Murphy's Raw was like,
oh, dude.
That was what made me want to be a comedian. When the kid was doing the fart noises in the beginning, it's like, that's me. That is who I am as a person.
Did you, so, curious on your, stance on this. I'm sure I know it, but, so, have you watched, Dave Chappelle at all?
Yeah.
Have you seen his new one that just came out
Yep.
on Netflix? How do you like it?
Fucking brilliant.
I love it. I just
brilliant.
watched the other night. It's fantastic.
bless him.
So yeah, like, what's your kind of stance? Like, do you have any jokes like where you, because like comedians seem to have
Man, I got booed off stage one time.
damn, like, so you'd like to go into that territory of you will cross the line.
what?
So like,
I
there's
haven't
this.
seen it,
So there's
so
this
I
thing where
apologize.
like comedians can be, some people get a little sensitive. And they're like, oh, there's certain things comedians shouldn't touch, but the real consensus among comedians, I believe, is like the stage is like kind of like a holy place where you're allowed to try out anything,
Yeah.
and you are,
Right, well,
you get
and-
to do for the bit.
If you're going to a comedy show, you should fucking expect
Well,
anything.
right, but like it's kind of cool. Like I'm just
would
curious, like how far, like do you like to push the envelope a lot, kind of like that, like how Chappelle
don't-
has kind of made the jokes, like that last especially did was fantastic. The way he was like pushing back against a lot of the shit that he even gets for like some of the jokes he's done in the past, and he kind of turns like that into a joke itself. I love that how he was able to do that.
Yeah. Fucking, he's brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay, one question. I haven't seen it yet, but I saw the trailer. Is he like jacked up like he looks in the trailer? Looks like
Like,
He looks like he's
Yeah.
he's in good
yeah,
shape.
he's buff.
Yeah.
He's been
He's
buff.
he's in shape.
For a while.
Oh,
He wears like a jumpsuit thing that kind of makes him look a little more
I saw the
muscular.
trailer
but
and I was
He's
like-
a lot meatier than fucking Chappelle's show.
yeah, he's definitely
Yes,
put on some.
definitely,
He's
okay.
packed on some muscle.
I definitely noticed that difference. I just I unfortunately haven't watched it yet. I have to finish King of the Hill and Full Metal
God
Alchemist.
damn it.
Gotta bring it back up. What were you saying though before we got?
Well, comedy started as a form of entertainment, as jesters in the royal court.
Yep.
And the jesters were the only people allowed to make fun of the king.
Right.
Like it was
They get the pass.
you were at a level where you were allowed to say what you wanted to say.
Right.
Essentially.
Yep.
That's what fucking comedy is. That's where it
Yep.
started from.
When you get to be on that stage, that becomes your time. Like it is, you get to express, like.
I don't think there's anything like inherently romantic about it. Like I don't think like just because you walk on a stage,
Well, I'm
you
saying,
should
like-
be allowed to fucking.
Well, right, but like that's like the kind of thing, like, being up there, you get to try out, the things that like you can kind of have more, or what's the word I want? But you kind of get more of a pass at like trying out some of the things, and like if you do it right, like obviously if it lands
You have to
poorly,
make it fun.
yeah, if it lands poorly. The audience will tell you if it worked or not.
Right.
But if the joke lands and it's funny, like you can get away with anything. Like nothing is untouchable at that point.
People like to use this term "punching down,"
Right.
where you make fun of people with disabilities
Oh,
or
right.
whatever,
Yeah.
minorities or whatever. When you're in a position of power, you shouldn't pick on people
Right.
under you
Mhm.
or whatever. But come the fuck on.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. That's like what I'm
make
saying.
jokes.
Like yeah.
Make
Like
fucking jokes.
it's about being funny. Like and it's
Yeah.
about doing it well.
I don't think there are certain things that should not be said by certain people
Yeah. That's
because they're not fucking funny.
right.
But if you're making it funny,
If, like,
and
if
it's
you-
a joke,
If you do things the right way, like certain topics, like maybe there isn't a right way to do certain things until someone finds that one, way to do it. Like,
if my mother dies, I
Right.
want fucking Dave Chappelle to do the eulogy
right.
because he'll make it fucking good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was just curious, like, if you had any kind of bits that you kind of are proud of, like, that you were able to kind of push something, or, you know what I mean? Like, do you like to kind of push the envelope that way, or do you have any, like, any things you're kind of really proud of where you've been able to maneuver, like, a subject? You kind of know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where normally you'd be starting the joke, people are like, ooh, they look
for
around,
sure, for
but then
sure.
when you finish it, they're like, oh, fuck yeah, bro.
That's the thing with like random crowds that don't even know you. You like if you have a joke that you're like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I really want to tell it.
A friend of mine named Rick Spatula fucking gave me
It's a weird
gave me
last
the
name.
best fucking tag for any fucking joke I've ever written. And I do this bit about a girl I used to date and how she used to lick my asshole. and it goes. She was the kind of girl to lick your asshole and go halvesies on the abortion.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Right audience here.
And then the tag he gave me was, look, if you're against being abortion, or if you're against abortion, quit being a baby.
Oh, wow. That's so good.
Just so great.
I like that.
I like that. I like that a lot because I'd assume sometimes people would just be like, "What?"
Right.
You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
like that's offensive.
Well, I mean, right after I say the one tagline, I say,
I'm pro-life,
usually.
but that was funny.
There you go, Nate.
What were you saying?
Right. It's just, I say the whole, she used to lick, you know,
Yeah.
she's the kind of girl to lick your asshole, go halvesies on the abortion. And I say, usually the crowd, like, groans. Part of the crowd groans.
Yeah,
or
like,
whatever.
oh yeah. Like,
And I
oh
say, which
man.
part? The asshole or the abortion?
That's fucking solid. I mean,
like that.
that's something anyone can get behind. I feel like.
Anyone, yeah. Not my mom.
Aw.
That's
Who needs them?
that's fair though. Like you don't really expect
Right.
your mom.
Certain age.
Super into Jesus.
So do you like that just kind of reminded me of like that guy, the machine or whatever.
Yeah.
Brett.
Yeah.
Brett. Whatever.
Kreischer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it just kind of reminded me of this kind of stuff he does. Or he's just very, very like.
He's very much a storyteller. Comic.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, the famous.
The famous one, yeah, the one you got
Russian-
The machine.
Yeah, like just.
Yeah, the machine.
I just watched a couple of his specials and I was like, man, he tells a lot of really funny stories. Like,
Well,
he's just very gross.
Amazing fucking stories.
Yeah.
He got
He's
like.
lived an amazing
Yeah,
life.
he got to at that point, like, you know, just being found by what was it? Like he got
Travel Channel.
yeah, just for being a crazy college party guy.
Van Wilder is based off
Yeah.
of his life. It's,
Right, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Like that's how he got found, just because they were like looking for crazy college party guys, and he was there, and he got to do all this shit because of that. Like,
Yeah.
so that's what his whole career and life is based around. I mean, now he's got a wife and kids, so he's trying to calm it down, but like,
Oh no, I love a lot of his jokes are about his wife and kid and shit.
God.
He always calls
But
his
that's
kid
just,
dumb.
I felt like I know, like, I've heard a couple things where he's like, you know, trying to like make sure he's not an alcoholic because of like all his
Oh yeah,
stories
sure.
and all that jazz. So it's like one of those people where it's just like, well, you got your thing, you should probably just keep rolling. Nice, sir.
I guess. How's that White Claw treating you over there? You fucking
I mean, I feel
pussy.
no laws over here, so that's pretty fucking cool.
God.
White Claws are the tits, though. I mean,
I can't help it.
I
Black
drank-
cherry is
man,
so delicious.
I had him give me one like a couple
Blackberry
weeks ago.
flavor.
I was just like, what the fuck is this?
blackberry pure still water.
Oh, shots fired.
Shout out to Katie Eisen for hooking me up with my favorite alcoholic beverage.
Bada bing.
She's never gonna watch this
Bada
this
bam.
far in.
With
Not
that
a
attitude.
chance.
Give her a chance, man.
I don't even think she's gonna start watching it. To be goddamn honest with you.
She ain't no friend of mine. She really isn't. So I mean, now that you've had this pushback, unfortunate with Ursula, what's your goal date now?
Well, September 9th, I leave Wisconsin.
Oh,
So you're doing all that stuff, going to Area 51, clapping the cheeks, going to St. Louis,
Yep.
and from St. Louis, are you going to New York?
No, From St. Louis, I have another gig in Wisconsin.
Oh,
And
okay.
then,
So you get to stop home for a second.
He's
Right.
not
Home.
slapping cheeks. He's
I said
playing a flute on top of his van
I said-
while drinking beer.
clapping
Well, if
cheeks.
they make it through, I'm gonna follow.
You're like
fire the van
you're
up,
just gonna
take
be
it
up there
on.
like
I'm
doing
gonna,
a war
like,
song,
yeah,
drinking
the
some
battle-
beers, and
the
like,
battle.
they're getting through.
Yeah, you gotta
fuck.
find someone with a snare. You can be like the dudes in the fucking Civil
For
War,
sure.
you know, like
if you
the,
have a snare drum,
the War
get in
March,
the van.
the
Get
War
that in a
March, you know.
fucking like museum someday, like a fucking.
The Valkyrie sound on a flute.
There you go. The what, Nate?
I said, how does Ride of the Valkyrie sound on a flute?
Right at the. Oh no.
Do you know the Ride of the Valkyrie on the flute?
I'm
I don't know what the Ride of
assuming
the
that's a War
Valkyrie
March or something.
Yeah, it's the Like they do it like all the time for like the war reenactments with the snare drum rolls.
Oh, is it like just the main thing, the diddly that they play?
We've all heard it.
And on the flute.
Say it's
I
played
think
on the
it's a
flute.
piccolo,
It's played on the flute
Whatever.
normally. Like,
which is a Dragon Ball Z character.
stop it. I'm gonna turn off your mic. Oh wait, shit, I
It's
can't.
the same mic.
Damn it.
Ah!
I have one myself. Fuck
Gotcha,
you.
boy.
Turn myself up. No, it's
So when you're playing flute, slapping cheeks, you go to the St. Louis, you come back to
Clapping cheeks.
Wisconsin,
Then New York.
then New York.
Right.
Is this okay? Because I feel bad though for you, because you already kind of did like a farewell send-off roast show of yourself.
You have no idea how bad I fucking feel.
I can get that. Well, I mean, I can't feel it, but yeah, no.
Like I was all fucking hyped, and everybody was hyped for me, and everybody wrote me fucking just beautiful letters, and my friend Sarah Crane fucking set up these picture boards and shit like that, and fucking all my friends came out and they fucking gave me money, and they're like, fucking, we're proud of you for taking this leap, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be. And now I live in a fucking van in my buddy's backyard.
You got the slinger.
I got the fucking slinger.
Is this going to be a bit in your show out there?
Oh, for
It's-
sure.
'cause it definitely
I
should
already
be.
have to.
I'd say, do you have this written already? I hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
God,
I've already
I hope-
opened a few shows with it.
That sounds amazing. It's good to see. That's the bit
Everyone
that'll.
said I was gonna be gone.
I think
but
if that bit gets taped, that would be the one that gets you going. Honestly,
Just,
it'll be a good one.
So this.
I'm like the World Series of Comedy is kind of it's a comedy competition, and
But you're looking forward to the
So,
studies of it. I'm guessing.
right, yeah. Like I mean, comedy competitions are.
how are those usually judged? Like, is it like a bracket system, or
a lot of them are done differently. Like,
Okay.
It's not like a lot.
I was in
like do they have judges, or do like people?
in the
Some.
World Series of Comedy? Yes. they
Okay,
have judges.
yeah, that's okay, cool.
And then like the crowds get to say who they like the best, but I don't know if that matters.
It's probably like a temp, like I'm assuming they'll have like score sheets, and then crowd interaction will probably be like a 10, out of a
judges
10
are
out of
like
100 points. Usually,
electoral.
it's
Right,
because I
so
played a lot of music and a lot of battle of the band stuff, and that's kind of like how the crowd stuff usually is
Right.
placed in there. Is like just like a scoring point, 0 to 10 or 0 to 20, whatever. Yeah,
So
yeah,
when,
yeah.
So when you come back after St. Louis, that's just for you and your family. Like I feel like
No. I have a gig.
Right, I know you have a gig, but like you can't redo that roast because like.
Oh right, no,
Yeah.
yeah, that was amazing, and everybody that showed up to do that roast, fucking, I couldn't believe it. Like I didn't ask anybody to do it.
Yeah.
It was everybody volunteered to do it, and it was like, wow, like. Is this because you're a stage whore, or do you like me?
That's why I didn't do it, because I'm a stage whore. I just was like, I knew him a couple times. But, so, like, you're coming back to Wisconsin for that show. I feel like that would be, like, a way for you to be like, hey, family, just come see me one more time before I go to New York real quick,
Yeah, maybe. Bring some money, buy some merch.
No, just fucking hand it over.
Hopefully I do well in the World Series of Comedy, like well enough for it to matter.
How many, so you were in the St. Clouds, or, no, not St. Clouds, fucking Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
How many other branches were there in that?
I believe there are 12 competitions in the World Series of Comedy, and then the main event.
So you were third on that one?
Yeah.
Third, so then there's 12. How many of the top do they take?
Probably top.
The top
three?
three get guaranteed spots into
So
the World
out of-
Series.
It was 12 total or 13 total with you?
What?
You were one there. Is it top 3 out of the 12 or top 3 out of 13?
top three
Top
from each
three out of
location.
each location, and then also like
So is it
it's
12
like
other
any
locations or 13 with you?
No, 11
12.
other. 12.
12 total.
Yeah, so
Okay,
11 others.
So
36 total
36
people
total.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
the way they do it is it's just like it sounds like you're terrible at it, to be honest.
No. I didn't want to make sure it was 13 or 12, so because otherwise I would have said
13
36 right away.
total. 13 total competitions, 12 to qualify for the main event. Okay, you got it.
Sometimes the logic part of his brain.
Get out your phone and
turns
use your
off.
calculator.
Nope.
All right.
Tell me anything.
So the way they set it up, it's just
Caleb.
like
Google this right now.
it's just like any festival. You submit a video, you pay a fee, blah blah, and they look at it, and then like they judge it initially to see if you get into the competition.
So that's how you qualified for Colorado
I
Springs.
didn't qualify for Colorado Springs.
What?
I got in because somebody that got in couldn't do it.
So you were like the. Oh, he left. So
I
now
was,
you get,
I was
backup?
You get the
I
call
was
up.
fucking Rocky 1.
Yep, the call up. Yeah, that's so good though. And then you win. Then you fucking place, and you're like, here I go.
Third.
So
It was,
the video submitted, how long was it?
5 minute, just a 5 minute video.
Was it like, did you nail in a couple jokes, or did you get one solid joke in that 5 minutes? Like, how did you feel your 5 minutes was?
Oh, until the World Series of Comedy, I didn't have a good video at all.
Yeah,
like my
so-
5 minute video that I sent to the World Series of Comedy, I was like, it's the best I got.
Was it one that
And-
you like had a camera set up for, or was it a front of your phone?
It was actually a guest spot I did at Skyline, and it was recorded with Skyline equipment, but it was bad sound quality, and it just didn't.
Yeah. I mean, for their promos, they don't have to have the best quality.
Right.
Was it just like really boomy?
Yeah.
Like the
I have
room?
no idea.
Oh.
No, I've
anything about-
seen, yeah.
It's just like a mic taking the sound system audio?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very boomy.
It sucked.
Yeah.
But good
it-
enough to
it-
be fourth.
Like 43rd I was.
But
Like there were 40 comics got into the competition.
Oh, wow,
in
so you're
Colorado.
just barely
okay.
just barely missed the cut
just
initially.
barely missed the cut initially.
and then you did all
and
the
then-
performance there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then
Shined up your shoes and sparkled.
oh man, was that a fucking amazing week?
I remember you talking about it on Facebook. I was like, oh, well, fucking dicks. Just getting it.
But here's the thing, Colorado Springs, you can't buy weed legally recreationally there.
Well, come on, Colorado Springs. What the fuck?
You can't.
What
you
the
can't?
fuck?
Hey, you gotta calm it down.
No, I don't. Yeah.
So you can't buy weed there because of their
Not recreation.
because their ordinances.
Right.
Oh
The
wow,
city ordinance
that's
there.
so dumb.
So I had to drive across fucking
County lines.
Had to.
yeah, well,
Well,
or,
I mean,
or
gun
not
to your
smoke
head.
weed. But I wanted to buy the weeds with the names and the flowers and pretties and the joints that were pre-rolled with the cones and the things.
I mean, you can say those names because I don't know any of them at all.
You don't smoke weed?
I don't. I have one
You
thing
watch
against
anime?
me.
And don't
I-
smoke weed.
I was never gonna drink, and
Were
now
you
it's like,
straight
what-
edge or what?
oh yeah, I really was.
Yeah.
And now this is like one of my best friends, so I don't trust myself with weed. So I'm definitely gonna try to stay away from that.
All right, but
Yeah, no,
I'm not gonna be all like, God
What-
damn
what-
it, Adam, smoke drugs.
One addiction is enough, people. I mean, come on. Yeah, no. He said taking a drink out of an alcoholic beverage.
You must have had a decent life.
Until I was about 25?
Well, then it's your own doing, and I don't care.
Oh, no, it was just, I didn't drink until I was like 23, was with someone engaged, they left me, life took a dump on my chest, and I just spiraled into everything, including debt, too, so, like, I've been building my way up out of
There's a
that.
girl in your profile picture.
Well, that's my wonderful wife.
Yeah, you're fine, bud.
Oh, no, I know, with her alone, like, anything else in my life could be shit, but with my wife, she's fucking amazing and beautiful, too, like, I definitely crawled out of a dark hole, so I'm good to go.
God
But,
bless you, bud.
oh, dude, thank you very much. I could not be happier with her, so yeah. No, I definitely...
Just rub your great life
Yes.
in this guy's
There's
face. Why don't you just like
a picture
Hey,
of my wife
look,
just
smush the
all
wound? Of
over your
course,
face.
at least he has a child. That's probably better
I
than.
do too, but I
Yeah,
just
but
don't
he's
get
a
to see
You don't-
ginger.
it.
oh, that's
Look,
right.
I'm
Yeah,
just-
you have a fucking kid too. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
You're
too.
My
deadbeat.
kid's a ginger.
Oh,
I live in a van.
So-
I'm lonely.
You got a soulless kid.
He's seen a good
A soulless
woman in
home.
my profile picture. I wonder what he's doing in that van.
Forgot you have a kid. That's funny.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean I do, but it's.
It's fine. The Ginger's president right now, so you know he can only go.
Is he, like,
Cheeto boy.
He's not a ginger.
Yeah, he is. He's redheaded.
No.
I was gonna say skin and hair are different things.
Yeah, his hair is blonde.
It looks
He's-
Is he,
blonde.
though?
He's a
Like
towhead.
strawberry blonde.
I always thought he was redhead.
Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
He's
I
pretty
don't-
pale.
Well,
Look,
John,
I think
John
it's,
definitely feel.
I just feel like it's gonna be a long time before gingers have any respect. Is all.
Oh yeah, of
Well, I
course.
mean, we can all agree on that. Choo choo.
Oh man, holy shit.
So, in St. Louis, there.
Who has the time to fucking watch this?
You'd be surprised.
You would be surprised.
I will be so surprised.
I actually haven't even looked at my phone to see what time it is. So I mean, it's like, oh, I mean, you know,
We're like an hour and a half in, I think.
we're doing some fucking things. Okay.
God damn it.
So you're gonna go to the St. Louis thing. You're gonna do how many? That mic's not even on.
I don't care. I like it.
I can turn it on.
I mean, we can all just be turned on by mics.
Yeah, bro. It's on.
Wait, which one? Both? Oh, both.
Do some. What do they call that?
ASMR.
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 I'm gonna drink some pure still water.
Did you see the ASMR video during the Super Bowl this last year?
Oh God, I'm so sorry. You just hit my pink heart.
Sorry.
Oh shit. Never mind. But yeah.
Well, dicks.
Wow. You were just having an obsession with the phallic.
Oh yeah, always the dicks. So after St. Louis, then you're there to New York.
Yeah. Other stuff. And whatnot.
So like, how cocky are you about yourself in St. Louis?
Oh, I don't. I'm not at all. Like
Yeah?
no. Like there's so many.
So technically, you were lucky to get into Colorado Springs,
Right.
but you did finish third.
Right. Like I feel good about my comedy overall. I
Yeah.
really do. Like I put a lot of work into it.
Scoped the competition.
I say, yeah. Do you know like a lot of the other winners at all, or not? Like who,
I know a
who
lot
they
of-
are and
I
stuff.
know a lot of the guys that are going to be in the competition just
Right.
from.
Meeting and
Just
doing stuff.
knowing comedy and all that
Right,
jazz.
right. But it's not. I'm not like, well, I'm better than these motherfuckers. It's like, well, these are good comics. This is going to be
Yeah.
a really neat adventure. And I'm going to go to St. Louis, and this will not be the place I kill myself.
Because that's Area 51.
Excellent.
That's Area 51.
Sure.
Before St. Louis.
Right.
Are you gonna? You should definitely vlog your Very 51 experience.
Do you ever have do you have a selfie stick? You can be like, hey,
I don't.
I'm
I'm not very good with my phone.
I'm aware. Have you thought of doing some vlogs while you're out there? Just being by yourself in your van.
So you should definitely do some, because you got it looked like the page I tagged was like your comedy page, right?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
It could have been my regular page.
If you did Sean Patrick Morris, this is page.
They're both Sean Patrick Moore.
Oh,
but
shit.
I mean, I don't like.
I think I take the comedian one. So we'll see. Yeah. So since you
I'm
have the
a
page.
comedian on both.
Oh really?
Since
you have the page, you
I
should
don't know
definitely.
what, like, I
Yeah.
don't really understand like what's different about the page, other than sometimes they ask me if I want to pay money.
Oh, yeah.
okay, I
On your
see.
comedy page, they want you to pay $5 for advertisement then, but then it's gonna cost you like $80 in the end.
I drank them all.
You did, but I have some White Claw if you want to, break some laws.
Throw me a white
Well,
claw, bro.
if
Oh,
I
you want one too?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, fucking! This is the greatest day of my life. I have 4 left. Oh, dicks! What a day! What a fucking day!
ASMR time.
Sorry, you just can't hit me like that.
You gotta fucking.
All right, I'll drink one.
Dicks.
One.
That's what they all say.
One turns into a whole case, and then
I had a
we end up in Las Vegas.
I had a coworker that gave me shit for White Claw, and then I was like, you can't talk shit till you have the black cherry. And then he had a black cherry because his neighbor gave him a black cherry. One was like,
The black cherry one is pretty good.
it's the I can't. I had raspberry and black.
I think I would prefer it if it wasn't carbonated.
Yeah. Fucking.
Because honestly,
Get me all gassy.
honestly, when you get like just carbonated like seltzer water, it tastes like ass.
Yeah.
It just tastes like ass. And the flavoring isn't quite strong enough to cover up the ass tasteness of the carbonation.
God damn, how much ass have you tasted? Besides mine.
And it's always bubbly.
Yeah.
I mean, bubbly ass is the best ass. Best ass. So then, after St. Louis, no matter how you rank there, like, see, so
Yeah. What happens if you win that? How much do you win a sizable purse?
No, it's like a feature work competition.
Okay.
so you would be in a movie or a show?
It's about getting bookings.
Like, would you
Okay.
get? So, like, say you win that, do you get like to get signed by a management agency type thing, or no?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. It's just about bookings and it's about stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy as a career is really dumb.
I would say, isn't it very like very you kind of got to do it yourself type stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to really put yourself out there, put effort into it, make connections.
Like you're literally the one calling the places and
Right.
emails and
right.
I mean,
all
but
that
you
good
do.
shit.
I mean, but that was the seat.
yeah.
I realize
Okay.
Sure.
that something that forceful can come out of your tiny body.
Oh, right now I'm so focused on my penis because I have to pee so bad that I'm not even worried about my butt. But oh, this is like Freaks and Geeks. I can't even react or make the same sound. Did you ever see that episode of Freaks? Anyways,
You're tangenting really hard.
Freaks. Oh wait,
One
no. Oh, so you
season.
guys haven't seen Freaks and Geeks?
I've seen Freaks and Geeks. Was it one season of that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Dumb. The show's dumb, or the season that it's one season is
fact
dumb.
that there's only one
Oh, yes.
season of it.
Okay,
That is-
thank you.
That is very dumb.
My heart almost just.
So many stars in that show.
Yeah.
Oh, so many.
Fucking yeah. It was amazing. But
I was gonna say you gave me so much shit tonight about everything, but if you were gonna attack me on Freaks and Geeks, so, but like even if say you win and you get these bookings and you go to New York and lead some more bookings, do you never have a desire to be on TV or movie ever?
oh, sure. I'll
I
be
mean,
on
say
it.
you do have a
mean,
specific look.
I would absolutely be on TV or movie if I was asked to be on TV or movie, but that's not my goal.
Because when you
Not your goal, but like it's like that always like strikes me as weird because it's like I only say that because like I mean we all know every well-known comedian and eventually someday they all end up on a TV thing.
Right.
So it's like I always find it weird to like for someone to be like, no, I don't want to do that. But if it happens, like I always feel like I
just think he's saying it's not his goal.
I want like a fucking special. Like
Well, yeah.
like fucking my major dream is to sell out Miller Park for a stand-up
Oh,
comedy
dude,
show.
hell
Like,
yeah.
That would be
that'd be pretty fucking tits.
my fucking
That would be
coup de
the
grace.
tits dick.
I'm not gonna.
I don't think that's ever going to happen, and I feel like
Well,
in
when
order
you-
to make that happen, you have to be on TV and movies.
When you blow up in New York, I would love to shoot your Netflix special,
Oh,
or
right on.
I would love to shoot the special you sell to Netflix.
Have you ever thought about like when you're in New York doing like improv schools or trying to get on SNL?
well, they make you shave to get on SNL.
They make you shave?
Yeah, you can't have facial hair.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, think about it. Think about everybody you've ever seen on SNL.
I mean,
That's so true, and I know exactly why. It's so they can.
Hey,
But
SNL,
it's-
hit me up. I can
it's-
barely grow this.
It's so they
shit.
can put.
Like, what
well,
up?
it's so they can sculpt if they want a character to have facial hair. They can choose what facial hair.
Yeah, I guess I never thought
But that
about
was
that.
like I got to make a wish to the Make-A-Wish Foundation when I was younger.
Mhm.
I'm dying or whatever.
Wait,
And,
what?
Yeah, And
That's a
so,
story.
Whatever.
So you meant John Cena? Or
No.
like what?
No, my first wish was to.
First? You
Yeah.
got more than one?
No, they didn't grant. Some. They're like,
Chelsea Clinton? Better
That
off with
wasn't-
Bill.
That wasn't. Here's the.
Sorry.
My first wish was to be on Saturday Night Live while Aerosmith was the musical guest. This is fucking just. I used to love Aerosmith.
Wayne's World came out, you were all into it.
Well, yeah, I had Aerosmith engraved on the inside of my class ring and fucking.
Do you have it on you?
Walk
No,
this way,
I'm an
brother.
adult.
Oh no! I say that because like you're an adult, but I think my dad has his class ring, and that's fucking pathetic. 'Cause, I mean,
I still have mine. I mean, it's in
I
my
know,
room.
I say that because
I lost mine before I graduated.
Oh, damn.
I moved from
My parents were pissed.
as they should have been. I went from school to school to school to school in my high school that like my parents was like, you don't fucking need anything.
It's kind of,
So-
I actually got mine for free because
Oh, I
they had a competition at Fondy. If you brought in the oldest class ring, you got yours done by the jewelers for free. And I had access to like one from our family, and they brought one in from like 1927. So I won.
Mine to a girl and never got it back.
I gave mine to my.
Gave you to a girl?
I did that, but she was kind enough to leave it for me when we broke up.
God. No. My brother got one, and my
No,
parents.
yeah, no.
You should
Spent-
Fucking
fucking,
most Midwestern fucking opening sentence ever.
bro. You should see this.
No, yeah, no.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
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 no.
you know.
You should see this fucking ring. It's like a Super Bowl ring. It,
Yeah.
it literally
No,
looks
my-
like it.
My brothers look like one, and so I feel like because we moved from high school to high school to high school, that like they spent so much money on his ring
Yeah.
that they looked at me and they were like, "Fuck you!" Like really.
All right, I gotta piss.
Oh,
Bada
no.
bing,
I
bada
think
boom.
Nate's doing that. There's 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, there is 2.
Are they both on the upper level?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both in there.
Fuck yeah,
So
Just hang it right. Once
when
you get out there.
Sean comes back, we're gonna hear about his Make-A-Wish. What? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, like what's he dying from?
Right.
Like that's kind of sketch, bro.
To like just all of a sudden throw that out there. We've been talking for quite a while, and then obviously it's like, so when I did a Make-A-Wish.
It's like way to just like drop that bomb on
Yeah,
us.
I tell you, it's the White Claw, bro.
It just makes people speak.
Brings out the truth in everyone. That's why I'm so real. I just keep it real all the time,
So
Caleb.
so Adam, so no one else is
Yeah,
here.
it's just me
No,
and Caleb.
I gotta-
right now. Let's talk.
We gotta write a movie about this guy's life.
Oh, Sean's or Nate's?
Sean's, because he's got an interesting fucking thing going on here. And when his story ends with him being famous and we get to shoot the Netflix special,
Dude, that's why I brought him on. I need the baselines of his story.
exactly,
This
because you know.
Make-A-Wish thing fucking sealed it.
I know. That's what I was like, because I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, dude, this guy's life would be a great movie.
Dude, he's got the Marine dad and the mom, and they go to fucking Wisconsin. And they fucking make this thing.
Plus, you can shoot a movie like this on a really low budget.
Fucking, I mean, it's only Sean. Of course, we can make a little budget. Like, what are you thinking? Like, fucking say, $20.
Oh, I was gonna say like $2,000 probably, but like
You know, times 10. What do I say?
we could probably do it though. You know, like
I got the perfect guy to play him.
who? Him?
I was gonna say Chris Farley. I know a guy.
You know, I'm being serious right now, Adam, and you're just making a joke out of it, and it makes me sad.
Oh.
You know, that's okay, man.
It's the Claw.
It's the claw reaching from the grave.
It's
I
the
wish-
Claw.
I wish I had a camera on myself right now. So I could be like, it's the claw.
Jim Carrey said it right away.
So, have you watched the TV show? Since we got no one else talking, we're talking some pop culture. Have you watched Glow, the TV show at all about wrestling? Since I know you like wrestling.
No, I haven't.
I'll be honest. I watched last week. I binged the first season, and last night I binged the entire second season.
Fuck. You know, they're making a comic book about it, too.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
just came out with season 3. That's why I started watching it.
AJ Lee, who is the wife of CM Punk, is making the comic, or is
It's
in
pretty
with-
fantastic.
Yeah. Is
But the show's really good. You should watch it.
I know.
Do you like Mark Maron?
I like Joey Ryan, and Joey Ryan is in the season. You should look up Joey Ryan. That's fucking Dick Flip City.
So what's your take on Mark Maron, Sean?
Is there like a new take or?
Oh, I was just curious if they had like.
Can I be a guy that's on White Claw being like, who the fuck's Mark Maron?
You don't know who Mark Maron is?
You don't know who Mark Maron is.
I will when you tell me. I know I will.
Wow. He's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He was He had a show.
He has a show on IFC, I think.
It's called Marin.
Yeah, just isn't.
Oh fuck yeah! Yes, I do. Yeah,
But the reason
that's
I
what I
bring
say.
him
When
up-
you tell me, I will know him. But yeah, no.
Do you watch many like Netflix original shows at all?
No.
No. I was asking Adam because him and his wife are into wrestling. So there's a show on Netflix called Glow, which is based in the 1980s about the what was it?
A friend of mine
It's-
met.
it's
Glamorous women of
Glamorous-
women of
glamorous-
wrestling, whatever.
Glamorous ladies
Glamorous
of wrestling.
Ladies of wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about like about 1980s when they make this women's wrestling show. It's very good, but Mark Maron is like the director in that, like in the show, like doing the
I
thing.
just remember like
He's very funny in the show.
I just remember his like original stand up, and he's like just so like he basically just beats himself down so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of it
And
was
he has
just
that look
off
and
the
that
cuff.
vibe about himself. Like I
If you like him, you should watch the show just for him because his character is amazing.
Oh yeah, the Marin show.
No, Glow,
Oh, Glow.
and they're like half-hour episodes, and dude, like
Oh,
half-hour to 45-minute episodes, and man, his character is amazing on that
I've been
show.
meaning to, but I had to finish King of the Hill and my
Full circle.
That's called a callback.
It's a callback, bro.
Look at me, Sean. I'm being a comedian. Doing callbacks for days.
All right.
Yeah, ride that White Claw ride, bro.
We were just discussing when you were in the bathroom how your life is just hearing about your life and what's going on, and you drop the Make-A-Wish bomb on us, and we're like, man, this guy's life would be a great movie, especially when he hits it big in New York. Like, even if he doesn't, just the journey would be interesting.
It would probably be a better movie if I didn't.
Well, say, like, that'd be-
Yeah, no,
I mean,
He
then you have
gets
the
to New York.
the
it's
story
just
ends
it's a
with-
opens
surprise
up
end.
the door to his van and he gets stabbed.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's a surprise ending, then, you know.
The
like-
story ends when you park your van in New York. You open the door and you're like, New York, the Big Apple. Here's my chance to make it big. And then you get stabbed as you say that.
Hey, man, not every story has a happy ending.
I mean, you look at Paige fighting with my family. That wrestler Paige, that had that movie. Dwayne The Rock Johnson directed it.
You ever seen American Psycho?
Or I mean, you go there too.
Fuck.
Oh fuck. Yeah, Make a Wish.
Yeah.
You dropped that on us this far into the episode, and you're just gonna be like,
Just
yes,
walks away.
Yeah.
Just literally dropped
I'm
the
gonna
mic
take
on
a
us,
piss,
like,
but I was on Make a Wish. That kind of
Look,
rhymes.
Adam, I don't want to be a dick about it, but it's kind of fucking regularly in my goddamn stand-up. So, like, if you'd have done any goddamn research on having me on
No,
this
dude.
fucking show,
No, I mean, no, I didn't. I wanted to take you from when I knew
No,
you when you
I-
first
yeah,
opened
yeah,
mic.
yeah.
I didn't want to do any like new research, so I could be like, so this is the guy, and he does these jokes, and we could do. I was like, I know this guy. I knew him from a long time ago. He has a big adventure ahead of him, and I didn't want to. I didn't
No,
want
it's
to
fine.
refresh on you.
that's fair.
I want to hear
I'm
everything
not,
about you now.
That's fine. I'm not, like, okay, so I wish to be on Saturday Night Live while Aerosmith was the musical guest. And they're like, nah, that's 2 wishes.
You can get Katy Perry on this date. How about that?
And then I was like, yeah, you got me.
Touche.
I would like to be on Saturday Night Live. And they were like, well, you can't wish to be on Saturday Night Live. There's a stipulation with the Screen Actors Guild. You can't just wish your way to be on TV. And I was like, all right, well, I would like to meet Aerosmith. And they were like, well, you can meet Steven Tyler. And I'm like, well, he's creepy.
Like,
Disney World.
oh,
That's
just
where-
a fallback.
Yep, that's what we went with. We went to Disney World, and it was amazing. Like,
Well, yeah.
obviously, it was
I'm-
Disney
I'm
World
sure
for
you got a-
free, limo, fucking
Yeah, first class seat. Yeah.
But here's the fucked up thing. Like, so I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere up north Wisconsin, north of Crandon,
Oh, north of Crandon. Yeah.
a town called Hiles. Like,
Oh.
it just
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's an appropriate response.
yeah, okay. But so the limo picks us up and takes us to the airport, and that
Which airport?
Rhinelander.
That's
So
what
there
I
was-
thought.
So there was no option for first class. Obviously, it was a.
That hits me hard.
How many
I love
connecting
this.
flights did you guys have to do?
It was Rhinelander to Minneapolis, Minneapolis to Atlanta, Atlanta to.
Oh
you had to go
my
the opposite
God.
direction just for a
Holy
regular
shit.
flight.
Right, but it was first class from
Minneapolis?
Minneapolis
I
to
was gonna say,
Orlando.
Rhinelander was like,
That's good, at
What
least.
the fuck is first class?
So
though?
was the
It's
Rhinelander...
badass, but okay, so like, I got first, like when they do that, like we're overbooked, you can move up to first class. Like they were like, saw I was a Wish kid, and they're like, all right, so you get first class, and one of your parents gets first class, and so there were 3 seats available in first class, and so they came to me right away, and they told me, and my dad was like, all right, and then my stepmom was like, me too. What the fuck? Whatever.
Know your place.
Get my fucking stepmom.
I was gonna say know your place trash,
I-
but I don't need a relationship. I was gonna quote a
No,
meme,
yeah,
but-
absolutely. Fuck that bitch.
know your place trash.
That's not fair because I
I
like
just
my
said it,
stepsister Kimberly as a person.
Oh, you like her at least, yeah.
Yeah, but I just really, wow, was
I mean, have you seen Pornhub nowadays? You might actually like her more than you.
no, nope.
I'm just kidding.
She reminded me. Remember those workout videos from the 80s?
Yes, I do.
Like Jillian Michaels, I think.
Oh,
was her
I was
names?
thinking of Richard.
Or is that the one from fucking?
I was thinking of
Who's-
Richard Simmons, but whatever. Was it Richard Simmons?
No, she was real popular in the 80s and 90s. The woman I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but I keep
It
thinking
looks
of Richard Simmons.
it looks a lot like what my stepmom looked like.
I just want.
James-
That's her, Denise Austin.
Denise Austin.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, I can't sweat to this oldie.
That's
Whatever.
what my stepmom looked like.
Look at this power woman. All right. This is what she was into, or what she was...
Yeah, no.
I don't know if that's
so
what
you've
she was
seen her in
into.
Pornhub,
No, like
I'm sure.
doing that type of stuff. I mean, like, you know.
No. She
Oh,
wasn't
you said she
like,
looked
She's
like
on the
her.
set of Nickelodeon in that one.
Boom.
honestly, if I met her in other circumstances, we'd probably get along. But she
Probably
was
would bang.
okay. So I left a weed pipe.
What is that?
It's a device for smoking marijuana. I left a weed
What?
pipe in this fucking box on top of my dresser. Now, she stored her extra shit in my bedroom.
That's only fair.
Fuck you! And I stored my weed pipe in this fucking box, and she found it, and she was like, next time I find anything to do with weed, I'm gonna call the fucking cops on you. Like
How old were you when that happened?
16.
You're like,
And-
like 33.
How old were you when you did Make-A-Wish?
Like 16.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dicks.
So, like, I didn't like her at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What were you Make-A-Wish for?
Well, I have a heart condition, and like I ended up with real serious heart problems and shit. Like,
Is everything better now?
no, absolutely not.
Oh, fucking dicks. I
yeah, like-
apologize. I was just curious.
No, like okay. When I was 12, I got diagnosed with this heart condition, and they told me that I was a high risk for sudden death. Like I could die at any
What's
time.
the condition called? Do you know?
When I was younger, they called it asymmetrical septal hypertrophy. And
God
now,
bless you.
Thank you. And now I don't know what.
Wait, so it changes names when you're older?
I don't
Then
know
they
that
probably found out more information about what was going on with
Yeah,
him.
I don't know if it changed names or if they're just fucking
You probably got to
crackheads or whatever.
Well, he probably got a re-diagnosis. I'm assuming.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, glad to
But
see
now
it's still
I
ticking.
have congestive heart failure, and like drinking could kill me. So I only try to do it as often as possible. And
Adam's like, holy shit, fuck.
no, they say you can't have
No
claws. No laws when you drink claws, bud.
Exactly.
And Anyway, so yeah, my heart's fucked. Actually, okay, so I'm doing this show. Nobody's paying attention anymore. Nobody. That's us.
You'd be surprised how many hits we get after. We keep it going. Act like people are watching. You're good.
I got booked on the show in Nagani, Michigan.
Go up down to you,
2 years ago, the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And the day of Thanksgiving, I had congestive heart failure. Do you know Mike Merrifield? Stand-up comic?
Yeah.
He just released 5 albums all over all different streaming platforms. Like, and yeah.
Give it up, Caleb. You are opening for him?
Yeah, he has to have me open for him. That's not him at all.
All right. Cool.
Just try Mike Merrifield comedian.
I was gonna say.
And it's
Is it Mary or Mary? Like that?
Mary with a Y.
Okay, that's where it went wrong.
This guy.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
He asked me to open for him for these shows.
Oh yeah.
And
That's a good get.
the night before we were supposed to leave, I was at his house playing poker, and like I couldn't breathe.
Man.
I couldn't fucking breathe.
So you can kind of feel when it's happening.
Congestive heart failure, yeah. Like
I would.
Well, it's not like your heart just stops and you just keel over type thing.
right,
Yeah.
but you don't realize it has anything to fucking do with your heart. Your
Right.
chest doesn't hurt at all.
You just think like, wow, I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I feel real lightheaded and nauseous.
Do you
Nate?
do you know who Kevin Smith is?
Yeah.
Okay, so like he had like a heart attack or whatever, however long ago. Is it kind of like that? Because he said it felt like he had like that weight pressing down on him, and then when they relieved it, it was like when they like opened him up.
And congestive heart failure.
So you literally just feel like you just can't get oxygen, can't breathe.
Right, and it got real super intense right before we left. Like I was sitting down.
So were you leaving left for a show?
We hadn't left yet. We were at his house playing poker, and I had fucking chip stack too, and
It's the worst part about it all.
yeah, that's the worst goddamn part. And I couldn't draw breath. It was like, and it
And
just
they were like, "Oh, that's his tell." I'm gonna hold.
it started getting worse, and I was like, I gotta go stand outside for a minute. This is probably just anxiety or some shit. I don't know.
Because you had a good hand. You were all in at that point.
But then Mike was like, "Nah, we're taking you to the hospital."
Oh, Dex.
And Mike fucking drove me to AMC in Appleton. And
So where were you at his house?
he lives right now. Well, now he lives.
So
in,
still in Appleton at
No,
that point?
Yeah, it was still in Appleton.
Okay.
He used to live in Appleton. Now he works for 800 Pound Gorilla and stuff. But that's in like Tennessee or some shit. I don't know. It's down south.
So at least you were close to Appleton's hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were pretty close to the hospital, but like fucking, he drove me to the hospital, and on the way to the hospital, I couldn't draw breath at all. It was like fucking, like when your straw gets a fucking
Strawberry
seed in it,
in the milk.
and it's like that was my throat. And
That freaks me out because when I was a freshman in high school, I had one of my lungs collapse.
Strawberry milkshake.
And I didn't know it happened. It happened on a Wednesday. I thought I was just having a panic attack. Like I was just, I didn't go into the hospital to get X-rays until Saturday.
How did it just?
I gave a presentation in health class.
Oh, that'll
I sat down.
That'll do it.
irony.
I know. I literally, true story. Literally sat down, and suddenly I was like, I was like, holy fuck. And I was like, can I go get a drink of water? I thought I was just. I thought I was like after. I thought like I was freaking out after the fact of doing the thing.
Right.
But then it persisted, and then like I told my parents when I got out of school, I was like, man, I think I had a panic attack today because like I still can't breathe very well. And they're like, oh, well, we'll see if it dissipates, and it didn't. It was like I was out of breath going upstairs and stuff, and it went on for a couple of days. It didn't go away. And they're like, okay, we're taking you to the hospital to get X-rays, and then they're like, we need to get you to the emergency room right now. And then they cut me open, stuck a tube in my chest, and drained out a couple liters of fluid out of my chest from the buildup. Yeah, they're like, yeah, they were literally like, yeah, if you'd waited another day, the liquid in your chest would have collapsed your other lung, and you'd have died.
I mean,
I know. I was like, holy shit.
You really need them.
Huh?
People live without 2 kidneys.
That was the most painful experience of my life, though, is getting my lung reinflated. It felt like the inside of my chest was literally lit on fire.
Ooh.
It was so weird. But they took it out and they're like, breathe. I was like, you got like your breath caught. It's like, holy fuck.
Wish for you.
Yeah. But yeah, the story about like being like short on breath was like freaking me out over here. I was just like getting uncomfortable from like when he was talking about his. Because it reminded me of that.
I just want to say, I feel like we've been fucking having great conversations here.
Cool.
But I feel like we've been going pretty long.
Yeah.
I feel like going from...
Dude's gotta pee. And he's like, how are we gonna wrap this up?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I do.
How are we gonna wrap this up? So
no, but I feel like we've been doing great.
I mean, yeah, it's been a great conversation.
I just feel like going from make a dream to talking, like, let's just talk about a little bit more about you trying to make your dream.
Nah.
Oh.
He's going to New York. He's gonna try it out. He's gonna kill it.
I just feel like
he's gonna kill it because he's got the look.
Why don't we just give you a second? You can thank anyone or
man, I got a bunch of people to thank.
And
man,
this mic can tell it all.
Mark Abel, thank you so much for your help with my vans and just everything, man. You're a fucking saint of a human. Mike Merrifield, thank you for saving my life and putting me on the best shows I've ever been on. That's it.
Many
true champion.
No, there are a lot of people to thank. And
Too many
I
to
don't
let.
want, like, if I start listing them off and I forget
You
people.
forget some, yeah.
Kayla Wetzel, no, I shouldn't go down this rabbit hole, man.
No, I mean, that's fine. I just wanted to give you some time, dude.
So you can kind of talk about whatever you want. If you have anything else, because otherwise we'll wrap it up. We'll finish up. But we just kind of wanted to give you a chance to you can promote anything.
Like anything you got going on.
Yeah, that's Sheboygan Falls, so nobody's gonna come to that.
With that attitude.
That's like a fucking hour.
Why don't
from
you
the
ask
Fox
Make-A-Wish to have people bring to your show?
Look, I owe Make-A-Wish, alright? Like, they fucking grant your wishes and they expect you to die. And, like, I did die one time.
Like, sucker!
Like, honestly, okay, no, I did die twice, actually. When I was 3, I got attacked by bees, and then when I was when I was almost 17, I got...
Was that Macaulay Culkin?
When I was 17, I got a car accident. I broke 8 bones in my back and 10 in my neck, and it was...
So
I had to learn how to walk again and all that jazz.
It seemed like
did you see the light, or how'd that go?
What's that?
Did you see like the light, or?
Well, I had an experience, but I don't think it was like real.
Interesting.
Like
you think it's just the dopamine hit where you're just like
right, and like there was this situation where like like believers, if I tell this story, they're gonna be like, "You're fucking crazy. You gotta believe." And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, okay, so the church synod I belonged to at the time was the Wisconsin Evangelical Lutheran Synod, and it's a very small church organization. When I got into the car accident, there was like a meeting in the town I got the car accident in, and there were like fucking 6 ministers there praying over my fucking lifeless body.
Jesus.
I broke my back in 8 places, my neck in 2. There's blood gushing from everything. And then, like, I woke up in the ambulance.
Oh, you saw that with your...
No, I didn't see that. This is what my mom told me.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Like, I didn't wake up until I was in the ambulance, the second ambulance. It was April 2nd, 2002. And,
should write this shit down. Holy fuck.
So the first ambulance brought me to Rhinelander Hospital because it was in Tomahawk that we got in the car accident. And then the second ambulance was bringing me to Wausau Hospital And that's when I woke up, and they were like, "Do you know where you are?" I'm like, "Pretty sure I'm in an ambulance." And they're like, "Do you know what happened?" I'm like, "Pretty sure it was a car accident. Can you give me anything for pain?" And they're like, "If we give you anything for pain, you'll fall asleep," and we can't. And it was just.
Wait, so but when did the whole prayer people thing? Was
That
that
was-
completely
that-
opposite?
That was
like they heard
where
about
the
it?
accident happened. No, they were on their way. Like they saw after the like they were there where the van crashed.
Oh, they like saw it happen
So
and then
on
they came
They
over.
site-
didn't like see it happen, but they were there right away.
Okay.
Like when my mom was
First responders can't make it, but fucking priest.
my mom was a first responder. So like
Oh,
and
she was the intel.
okay, so my mom and I were arguing because she never trusts the goddamn thing I fucking say. And I was like,
as a child, yeah.
she was like,
You said you were
"Hey."
dying, and they did make a wish, and
I was
you're
on my
still
way
doing
to
so.
a fucking heart doctor's appointment. All right,
Talk about irony. You know what I'm
and, and it was a route we've taken 100 times before, and I was like, "Ma, I know where we're going," and she's like, "Just get a map. Just get a map." So she pulled into the gas station. I get the map. We're on our way. It's a blizzard. It's
Oh,
Because
shit, so
you
this is a
stopped
winner.
to
Okay.
get the
Yeah.
map, though.
We're driving down the road, and the fucking van spins out backwards and starts going down the opposite side of the road.
Oh no.
And we get smoked in the back.
Oh.
I flew from the front seat of the van into in between the two back seats of the van, and my legs were sitting up on my shoulders.
Oh!
Listen to this. I pooped and pissed on my head.
So your body was like folded?
Yeah, I was like a Q. I was like a fucking,
Wow. Damn.
I don't know how to react to that. Like, I want to laugh. I want to just be disgusted.
But my mom didn't get hurt too bad. She fucked up her arm a little bit, but
Here you are, shit on your face, and your
fucking-
mom's like, just walk it off.
I'm dead. Like I'm
Oh my
dead.
god.
My mom fucking like she said I gurgled like the blood out of my body. Like it would be a neat fucking ASMR dying.
God, this
But-
fucking movie's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
So she C-spined me, and that's when the priests showed up.
Oh shit.
Like while she was holding my neck so that like oxygen would get to my lungs.
There could have been like some spiritual ritual stuff, just like you could have been possessed by like some demon right now because they were like, oh no, I know.
That's not what they
And
were.
then the
strict-
ambulance showed up.
They're like 100% fundamentalist. Fucking the Bible is the literal word of God. Christians.
They're just praying over your body, just
Yeah,
like trying
they're
to
just like
bless
yeah,
you,
they're-
trying to bless you and hope get some help.
yeah.
or
They're
whatever.
not like fucking calling in wizards. And
Yeah.
nothing.
They're not.
No,
they're
I've-
not. They're not the Catholics.
They're
doing
not
that.
crazy.
And
They're
guys have
just
seen-
talking to fucking.
I've seen some
And they're
animation
not
about
doing your
this.
last rites either.
Right,
like,
right. No, they didn't do my last rites or nothing. No, that's not even a thing. And
I would say like because they're not Catholics
Right,
or anything.
right.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I woke up in the ambulance on the way to Wausau.
See, what's the last thing you remember like from the like
Oh
when
my
you?
god, this is the best.
Okay, cool.
Fucking
Yes!
Cool. Yes. Yes.
Right before we crash, like the van spins out and my mom fucking grabs my arm hard as fuck and she's like, "We're gonna die!"
Oh my
And that's
god.
that's it till I woke up in the fucking ambulance.
So you just hear her screaming, "We're gonna die!" And then is it like a that like it was blackness and
Just
then you wake
completely.
up?
Then I woke up.
Interesting.
It's fucking wild.
That's wild. That is wild because like that's kind of how whenever I passed out from things like from because when I had my lung was
Make it
collapsed,
all about
we went to
Caleb.
like a chiropractor just to see if because that's where my parents like to just first thing like see if there's something going on. Well, they like to see if they can because that's what we've done most of our lives and that's usually been enough. But I passed out there just like standing up on something and I go out and I come back and like what the fuck just happened. But like, and when like I got knocked out for my wisdom teeth, they're like, oh yeah, count backwards from 100. Okay, I don't feel anything. 97, and then I wake up, my mouth feels weird. So yeah, it's like it must. To the time, you just didn't feel it. You just woke up.
Yeah, it didn't hurt when I woke up.
Oh
I'll tell
man,
you
I
what.
Oh
fucking
god.
bet.
Yeah,
I
probably.
remember that pain pretty vividly.
Damn.
Ah,
And it was like an hour Because it was a blizzard. The only reason they didn't airlift me was because it was snowing too bad to
Oh
fucking
shit!
get
The
out.
weather was
Fucking
just
Wisconsin.
And
You're like, I could have been in New York.
It was like an hour and a half drive from where I woke up.
Man, you
pain.
survived that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So you're basically not human. You're just a cat.
Well, I like the bees thing. Like, I don't know if I.
It's like the Wicker Man, like you know.
Like, I would take a few lives. I don't know.
I feel like you've.
I'm not gonna kill people. I just.
No. I feel like you have already taken some yourself, just
Right,
in your
yeah.
own.
Yeah, I guess I have a neat story or whatever.
You sure
but-
do. Still haven't got it out.
Some pretty interesting experiences going on there. Yeah. I say, have you ever felt like I'm not a believer in it, but like, have you ever felt like kind of like a spiritual thing where you're like, man, I've been blessed with being able to just do these things, or like kind of live through that?
Oh, I'm
Or are you
agnostic.
I would say like I kind of because I've got that vibe. I'd assume
right.
that's kind of.
I
mean, in the past, has it kind of been like
yeah,
shit?
I used to
like,
want to be a minister.
Oh,
I
wow,
used to-
okay.
yeah. Then I got really deep into like learning about Jesus and the God of the Bible, and it's like, that's not the real
it's just
thing.
yeah.
That's not. But I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
like,
like,
I'm not that smart.
Like crazier things have happened. Like crazier things have
and
happened.
I've had
like,
some head injuries.
Crazier things have happened, like surviving all that.
Right. Like, there's a chance that shit could be real, whatever. I'm not gonna try and fucking dog on anybody for believing it. But it's just not for me. Like, and if I go to hell, I mean, like, just one more story to tell.
It's warmer than Wisconsin, so
Yeah.
I'll take it too. I'll be right there next to you.
yeah, I had a question in the chat come up. Did you open for Theo Von last October?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I think my friend was at that show. So neat.
Same was my friend. That's what I was like. Oh, he says like, yeah, there was like this local guy and all that. I was like, what's it, Sean Patrick Moore? So then I told him you're a Jameson son joke, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, that dude's my guy.
Hell yeah.
So man, dude, I'm glad we're able to get you here. Thank you for coming. I know you're on limited transportation, but you still
The
made the
magnet,
trip.
no. What's that mean? Adam Webb, the magnet, no.
When I was talking about that picture thing,
Oh,
from way
that
before,
magnet, yeah.
from way before.
Oh, you were thanking me for being here.
Yes, I was.
Thank you for thanking me.
Oh yeah, and thank you for
I drank.
Oh, it's all in.
It's bad luck to cheers in that drink. Otherwise, I would have.
I mean, you've had some bad luck before, from what I've heard.
It could be looked at as good luck because he didn't die.
Yeah, very good luck, I should say, and we have very good luck to have you here because of that.
Good. God bless or whatever.
Sure, down that jazz. So everyone on the 1730 Nation that is watching or listening on the station head, if that's still a thing.
My dad, Steve Moore. My mom, Jolynn Pfeiffer. Thank you, Jolynn Buck, whatever she goes by now. Thank you for everything you've done for me. My sister Ashley, Nicole Janikowski Moore. Thank you, Kayla Wetzel, Steve, Mike Merrifield.
We asked you to thank people before, and you just were like,
Yeah,
don't
but
wanna
I
give a
can't
list.
fucking remember. I drank.
Trust me, with
Tom and Bonnie Day and John Day at the Cimarron.
with the journey you've been on and the journey you're going to, everyone that knows they should be thanked, they're not going to hate you for not thanking them right now on our show.
Thank you for everybody that contributed
Exactly.
on my fucking GoFundMe and my...
Yeah, check out his GoFundMe. Or do you still have it? Or?
Yeah.
GoFundMe. Look at him up. Like, this is an amazing person in Wisconsin comedy, and he's
I
about to
agree.
leave us. So this is why I wanted to do the show. Like, that's the thing. It's
I feel really cringy. Like, earlier I did this, like, 3 things people know about me thing, and I just wish that this wasn't live so that I could delete it and not ever say that ever.
too late.
All right.
So, people of the 1730 Nation, if you ever watch this man is a great thing we have, and he's going to move away, and that's why I wanted him on the show. And we wish you the best of luck in New York, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're doing a great thing that some of us would wish we could do ourselves. So, like, live your dream, and we hope the best for you.
Thank
so
you.
thank you so much for being on. I
Thank you.
appreciate it and love it so much, man. So this is DJ Ango signing off on the 1730 Nation.
Such a dumb name.
It is not. It's fucking great. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Everyone, peace out.
Go like Sean on Facebook. Go like
Oh yeah,
1730 on
look
Facebook.
up
Go like Icy
1730
Driveway.
on
Weekend
Facebook,
Adrenaline.
like that shit.
Do
all
the
that
shit.
jazz.
Press the button.